What is up, guys? Welcome to Community Tier List 7.0. Let's go, 7.0. Just a quick one, guys. Arena 1 is open. It is for friendlies while Crown and I discuss the tier list. That is right. Crown is going to be helping with the tier list today. I feel like a lot of people did actually ask Crown for her opinion. And I'm super excited to work with Crown on this one, so we can give you an even better updated tier list. What's up, Crown? How are you?
Hi, what's going on?
Not too much. I'm excited. I'm excited to give this a shot and see where we're gonna put everybody this time. What do you think?
Oh, I feel like we got some good places to put everybody, especially with kind of revamping the tier list.
Yes.
I have been working for the past month on working on the graphics, so I've kind of been going through probably about 30 days worth of stream mods just to find everybody's skin colors for alt, so that way I can make sure so it's like secondaries and stuff. So I'm just gonna forewarn everybody: if I got your skin wrong, don't get pissed off at me. If I got it wrong, just DM me your skin color. That is
exactly. Don't get mad about the little stuff. What is up, SS10th? How are you doing today? So, guys, Arena 1 is open for friendlies. If you want to hop in there, Red wants to ask the Magic 8 Ball. Can he go first? So let's ask. Wrong. I'm sorry, Red. Magic 8 Ball says no. Nope, not today. So, guys, if you want to get on the tier list, make sure that you DM me. That way I can schedule a time to play with you and we can get you added on the tier list. But it is required. You gotta DM me, okay? What's up, Mako? How's it going today, buddy? Yes, you gotta DM me, all right, guys? I don't want you to miss out for future ones, okay? Oh, can I? Sure, you can DM me now. I won't be able to get you till next month, but yeah, well, we'll be doing it. So, oh, we're going orange. What's up, Jasper? How you been, man? Long time no see. Orange, yeah, nobody ever does orange. I like orange. All right, we're pretty Halloween themed today. I love it. Magic 8 Ball's wrong. You're wrong, God. What's up, Mars? All right, well, I'm going to open my coffee here. Let's go. I came just straight from work to get updated here. So before we start, what's up, Trendop? How's it going? This is actually a tier list for people in our community. So before we get started, what's up, Nicky boy? Brown, what do you think of this craziness blowing up on the meme tournament? I mean, you've probably seen on Twitter. It's kind of blowing up a little bit.
Oh, I have seen this going for a while. This has been something that has sort of floated around since the beginning of Ultimate. We kind of talked about this a little bit prior.
Yeah.
And I know I was probably the first one to actually mention it to you about, hey, let's maybe see what people think about it. And I'm kind of just glad to see that it's working out. Yeah,
I mean, it's absolutely blowing up. I'm gonna check really quick here on Twitter because I ran a poll. Actually. I was interested to see what people thought and if they actually wanted to do the tournament. I think the poll is over now, or at least it's probably close to over. But a lot of people have been really asking for it. It's funny because it's really funny because some people are like serious. They're like, oh my god, why would you do this? And then other people are like, no, this is totally a meme. This is totally a meme.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, you can just tell who's new to Ultimate, and you can tell who's been around for a while just by knowing who's able to tell that it's a meme or not, because that has been around since the beginning of Ultimate's lifespan. That has been a meme ever since.
It really has. What's up, Puff with stuff? And what is up, SS10th? I just put my name. Oh, Sloth and Bot. Okay, bet. Now, if you want to get a future tier list, make sure that you DM me on Discord. And D-Mars and Lady Knight, you guys can start. So there's actually 123 votes, Crown. 79% said yes, and 21% said no. So it looks like we need to run this tournament. It's seeming that way. So
yeah, I kind of figured we would. The tournament is probably inevitable at this point.
Oh yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. What's up, C-Stick? How's it going? Hey guys, if you I forgot the timers are all weird. I gotta change that.
Because the Amiibo tournament.
Yeah, the Amiibo tournament. So, hey guys, if you want to get in the next tier list, make sure that you DM me. and I will make sure that happens to get you on in here. So could I get on the tier list? Nicky boy, you got to DM me. We can schedule a time to play, all right? And then that way we can get you added. So, Crown, do you want to explain the tier list? I mean, I got them up on the stream, but does this sound good to you?
Yes. So let's go ahead and talk about the tiers. The lowest one, which would be purple, is unknown, not enough to rank. So basically, if you haven't played versus Wumbo for a long time, or really you haven't been around for the stream, this is where you would go. So if you see yourself on this spot, you probably should play Wumbo sometime pretty soon within that spot. Low level. So these guys, I mean, the tier explains itself. It's basically all of the newer people that are within the community. These guys are basically starting out in Smash. They are just starting with the game. Maybe they're sort of new, or they're a couple months in and they're just learning the game. Mid-level players are essentially pretty much the average player.
Right.
How would you consider it? These guys are basically your guys that would go like 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, I guess. The upper mid-level are your people that are essentially very close to high level. They just have some small things to work on. But if they have a good day, they can essentially make top 8 at like some tournaments, and they can make big upsets happen.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, of course. High level, of course, is the people that, I mean, when we see their name, you kind of are like, yeah, these guys are really good. Like, you'll see these guys in the stream titles for tournaments. They will make top 8 all the time, etc. However, the difference with this tier and compared to the other tier is that the top tier, which is basically pro, or in my tier, which is tournament winning caliber, these are the guys that basically you'll most likely see first or second pretty much all the time at the tournaments that is a part of our community, etc. So that's the key difference between the top tier, which is the high level play, and the other one, which is tournament winning play, is that they can win tournaments, and then there's top 8.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, guys, just a quick reminder, Arena 1 is open for friendlies. Mars, I said that I need to change the rules, and you still started the match, so I kicked you.
Yep. Anyways,
listen to my words.
I just want to say, how do people like the graphics real quick? Like I said, I've spent I went through 30 days worth of mods just to make sure I found all the skins, so I made sure to get the skins right, including secondaries. So the stock icons will show secondaries as well.
I have to say, Crown, I think they look amazing. Yeah, I think they look amazing. Now, Sloth said he won a couple matches in the Try to Lose Amiibo tournament. Does that count for top tier? If you were on this list, I'd put you at S tier, bro. Immediately. Yeah, these graphics, though, are next level. Like, way better than I could have done. So, you know what? Everybody give Crown a round of applause. Let's go, Crown. Way to go. Way to go. Absolutely love it. They look really great, though, for real. They really do.
Also, if you guys do want your square, I can provide you your square in PNG. So if you want it, you can DM me for it. I can go ahead and give you an MPNG form as well for you to download it.
Yes, exactly. So I really do like these tier lists. I think that they're a little bit more descriptive. And I feel like this is probably going to be... I mean, I felt like the last tier list was pretty good. There were a few things that I think could have been shuffled around, but I think it's really important to already have... no, you can't change the settings mid-match, Mars. Yeah, that's not... You can't do that. Yeah, no, play. Now I changed it. Yeah, the match has to end for me to change the rules. So, but yeah, I feel like there were a few people that maybe could have got shuffled around, but all in all, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, I gotta say. So, yeah, Mars and Lady Knight, you guys can start though. You want to get into it, Crown? I mean, are we going straight into it?
Yeah, might as well. And if anybody wants to join Arena 1, reminder, it's open. I mean, pretty much until we finish up the tier list, it's pretty much just open to anybody.
Exactly. Now, one quick reminder, guys, here, just some information for you. I know, how do you say someone can be on the tier list? Just DM me, and we'll schedule the time to fight, so that way I can make some notes for where you will be placed on the tier list. So, before we get started, guys, Friday is going to be a really important day. So, I don't know the exact time. I know I'm going to start a little bit early, but that whole meme tournament thing that Crown had sent us with the thing with no Kyle allowed and only 15 projectiles. It's called what? Smash Bros. Extreme rule set, I guess?
It's called Smash Bros. Extreme. Also, if anybody... we're going to ask everybody before the tournament if your name is Kyle, and if it shows Kyle on your site.gg, you will automatically ban.
Oh yeah, you're DQ'd immediately. So, but here's the important thing. On Friday, we are going to be hosting tiny tournaments for it, just as a kind of a trial run. But it officially, Oofers, I can tell you, I will be running a tournament with a prize pot. So you guys can look forward to that. It will be coming. It's there. It's happening. So it's officially announced. There's more info coming tonight. So actually, after the tier list, I'm going to get all the information out for you guys. So I'm pretty excited. So what's up, Palazo? All right. Well, I guess we'll go in alphabetical order, huh? Is that how you want to do?
Yes, that is the way I set it up to be.
All right. So here we got aquatic forks. People named Kyle suddenly disappeared. Yeah, they did, man. I have not seen a Kyle in a long time.
We basically Thanos snapped all the Kyles out of existence. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, didn't know Kyles exist. Or like Branson. I haven't seen a Branson in years. Yeah,
it's been a while.
They're gone. So, all right, aquatic forks. I'm gonna put him in A tier. I think we can probably agree to that, right? Like, I think he has a few habits, but I think that he has the mixed results is the biggest thing for me.
If I had to say aquatic forks myself, like the way I see my tier list,
like high B.
I would say high B in the mid level because Forts is like not someone you see consistently making top 8, and I do think his character is maybe a little bit of a reason, but he does do very well in some tournaments. However, in also some tournaments, he doesn't do really great.
That's true. Yeah.
And when I'm thinking of high level, I'm thinking of people that consistently can make top 8 all the time, no matter what position they are, no matter what mood they're in. And with aquatics, I kind of feel like his mood changes over time. So some specific matchups he really can't deal with. So like whenever I'm playing Simon versus him, of course it is kind of like a pretty like back and forth matchup. However, he seems to always have trouble with range. He kind of has some very noticeable habits, like including with his spot dodging after whiffing an attack, or his down tilting all the time. I mean, the down tilting is considered a Wi-Fi DDD tactic, but
and forward tilt, drop down up air off ledge. Now that you say it this way, I agree with you, Crown. If that's your thought on A tier, then I definitely agree with you on B tier, for sure.
Yeah, B tier are like the people that, as I mentioned before, they can get 9th through 13th at like big tournaments mostly some of the time. But you mostly won't see them make top 8 a lot.
Fair. Yeah, fair. I agree with that then. Is that a Mario Maker tab? It is Warp World. Is actually I use it for my queue line. 7.0 Nasty, can you believe it? So, all right. Next up, we got Bev. Let me look at my notes here for Bev. You know, it's kind of been a bit since I've played Bev. I think that Bev is still getting like a hold of neutral. Kind of based off what we're saying here, I would probably put Bev in C tier. Like just starting to get that better sense of everything. Not really any results, and learning as you go, I think is like probably the best description. Yeah,
and I've noticed playing Bev specifically, like Bev. If you do not know the matchup with Kirby, then Bev will make sure that you learn the Kirby matchup in a way. Specifically through the like. I'm not okay. So before I say this, I'm not trying to degrade him as a player. Okay.
Right. This is honest feedback. This is honest feedback, guys. So don't take it to heart.
He will make you learn that Kirby can beat cheese sometimes. So you want to avoid that. Bev can make comebacks happen. He definitely knows how to make them happen. Yeah. The only thing I can say is that he is very repetitive in his approaches as well. So he'll always do like 2 to 3 jumps at a time, and then he won't mix up his timing or anything. The other kind of bad thing that I noticed through a lot of his matches is that he's very easy to tilt with like specific methods. Right. And if you want to become like a higher level player, you kind of have to learn to fight through that. And I know like for some people that we're gonna put in B tier or A tier plus later, a lot of people will point out, hey, they also have problems. But when we're putting like C tier people with bad mindset, it's not the mindset itself, but it's the way that they play around.
Right. I think the perfect word that you're looking for, Crown, is just like static gameplay. I think it's like it's kind of like the same thing like over and over, and that's okay. I think just learning how mix-ups are really important to your gameplay. would take Bev a lot farther. So I think C tier is a good placement though.
Given Kirby is a character that it's really hard to mix up.
Right.
But it's not impossible. Kirby definitely has some ways to mix up. Like you have, I believe it is 4 to 6 jumps. I believe it's 6 jumps. They're slow jumps, but you can always mix up how many jumps you do.
Right.
How fast you fall.
Yeah, for which area you fall with. I mean, there's a lot.
I know with down there as well, a lot of Kirby's online, especially Bev, that I've seen before, they do down there into like down smash or down there into forward smash all the time. It's not reliable, it's not a confirmed. So, but they do it all the time to hopefully bait someone to just drop their shield once or try to spot dodge and catch the spot dodge. But since they're not mixing it up, eventually it just becomes another sense of like, okay, they're going to do it again, and I know it's coming, so I'm just going to wait, or I'm going to do this option before they can even react.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. You took the words out of my mouth. I'll agree with you for sure, 100%. All right, next up, Mr. Bubs. What do you think about Bubs? Have you played Bubs at all?
I have watched him play, but I have never actually played versus Bubs. Bubs is someone that I've seen a tiny bit of, so I can't really say too much about him. But his Pokemon trainer definitely is very reliant off of course Charizard, like most beginner Pokemon trainers are.
Right.
You'll see most Pokemon trainers kind of struggle to use Squirtle, Ivysaur. Now, Ivysaur himself is a really good character, and so is Squirtle. Squirtle literally obliterates some matchups, like Belmonts, for example. Belmonts really hate Squirtle, and then some other characters hate Squirtle. But a lot of the beginner Pokemon trainer players, they won't really know why Squirtle is such a menace to some characters until they actually, like, dive it into the details of the character, which I don't believe Bubs has done this yet. However, with Charizard is a heavy character. He's very simple to play. It's not hard to space out his back air. Do not believe what Charizard mains tell you. The back air is not hard to space at all. It is still strong even without the sweet spot. So you definitely want to not play with that.
Yeah, I think he's very reliant on the Charizard. And Kingslayer, thank you for the host, buddy. I don't know. I feel like most PTs are more carried by Ivysaur. Like, at least that's my personal, like, what I've seen. But I have to say, Bubs Charizard it's pretty good. Like, don't get me wrong. If he rounded out his other characters and learned how they can really support him in different matchups, I think that he would go a lot farther. You know what I mean? Ivysaur kind of cringe. Oh my god.
Now, let me tell you something about this. Ivysaur can actually be a good character. Be a good character for some beginner players on Pokemon Trainer. However, Ivysaur is literally good only if you're willing to play keep back all the time, which, again, most newer players aren't exactly wanting to do that. They're going to be like, I want to hit buttons, I want to run in, I want to do things. Charizard is able to cover that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have a player that knows fundamentals, like, let's say they don't play Pokemon Trainer whatsoever, but they have good fundamentals and they understand how neutral works.
Right.
You can play Ivysaur to kind of a basic level and still make him into an absolute menace.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only Pokemon that takes time to learn is Squirtle, for sure.
Yeah, definitely for sure. There's a lot of DI following, so I'll definitely agree with you there. I'm gonna put Bubs in B, below Forks, for sure. I would say Bubs is probably lower B.
Yep. All right. Which really the tier placing is all on you because I have not played him too much, and nor have I seen him.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think that Zard, man, it's so, his Zard is really good. Like the rest of them, like I said, I'd be willing to put him up higher. I think he'll be lower B tier because of that reason. But if he rounded out the rest of his characters, he would definitely be looking a lot better. So, all right, well, let's go to Chips, aka now rebranded as Rose Light. Rose Light. I'll be honest. I played Chips like a handful of times. It had been a minute since I played Min Min. He beat me a few, and then I think I beat him some. But I'm gonna leave this more on you because you play Chips more than I do, way more.
I'm going to say this. Chips is definitely a player that understands his punish game with his characters way more than I've seen of any other player that I've played so far.
Right.
There's a lot of players that I've played that understand like their combo game, they understand their neutral, they know how to make their character even better than what they are now. Chips is not exactly very neutral friendly. Like there are definitely some things that Chips can work on in neutral that are very standout. Like you can tell that Chips plays a very specific way with his two characters. But his punish game, like if you get close to him and you do make a mistake, he will absolutely make you pay for it. And Chips is someone that I can see making top 8 all the time, and he actually has. He does have, every time he has entered my Wi-Fi weekly, which starts at Arena, he made top 8 every single time. And again, my tournament's not a small tournament, but it's also like, it's also not, I wouldn't say an easy tournament.
Right.
Especially, like, of course, with the ones when Maple joined in, etc. Chips has definitely shown himself to be one of the better players, and I really feel like that now that he's really chosen on to an actual main instead of, like,
playing 13 different characters,
instead of, like, putting, like, multiple dishes into one sink, then he'll start to learn to get a lot better. And Mid is definitely a solid pick, especially like online and offline.
Especially online, like even more so. Even so. And guys, I hear a lot of you asking to be on the tier list. If you want to get on the tier list, you have to DM me. Schedule a time to play, all right? Schedule a time to play me, and we'll make it happen, all right? But you have to DM me if you want to get on these, all right?
Yeah. But as far as I was saying, I do think Rose does have very good sense of punish game. I really think the only thing that needs to work on is the neutral. The recovery sometimes is a little lackluster, but that happens with most players. Most players can have some trouble with recovery, especially if they're focused on more characters than one.
Right.
That just tends to happen because you're using your fundamentals more than you are using your character strengths. So that's just gonna happen. So like I said, now that I feel like that Rose has finally decided to only use one dish or two dishes instead of multiple, they'll be able to have a squeaky clean plate afterwards.
Yeah, no, I agree. Bottom of A. We'll put him in
bottom of A. Bottom of A.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I am very confident bottom of A.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that for sure. It's good. It's good to see him. It's good to see him do his thing. Brown, I think we should skip ours until the end. Do you agree?
Who's that?
You're next. That's what I'm saying. We should wait till the end.
Okay.
Yeah, we should wait till the end. So I've not been around long enough. Oh, that's okay, Siege Link. Don't worry about it. If you want to get in, just DM me. We'll make a time. Stefan, what's up, dude? How are you, man? Get the horn out. But I'm an honest man. Been hanging out with Hawk and a few new guys. Let's go, Siege Link. That's cool, dude. What's up, Holy Rock? How you doing? If I had to rate you, man, I'd probably put you in like high B, low A, I think. It's been a long time, though. It's been a long time. So, all right, Mr. C-Stick. Mr. C-Stick. I gotta say, C-Stick's been kind of popping off here a little bit. I mean, last big tournament I just ran, I Dare You, he was in top 32.
I think with C-Stick, he definitely has a fabulous understanding of his character. He's definitely sort of mastered his character to a T. I think, really what it comes down to for C-Stick is mindset. The
mindset and confidence. Yeah.
The mindset is the biggest drawback of C-Stick there is. If the mindset slowly sort of improved, and I understand I have a terrible mindset myself, so I am speaking from experience here. It is very rough to play with harsh mindset, especially when you're not properly prepared. That's the one thing that you kind of have to do with the bad mindset. You have to prepare yourself. Like if you don't do this right, then you're going to not feel well anytime you play it. So like anytime you feel doubt in yourself about playing the game, don't play it. Anytime you're questioning yourself, don't. That's kind of how you have to play with this mindset. And I feel like C-Stick, he wants to get better, and he is. However, he's sort of pushing himself a little too hard to the point where sometimes it's hurting him more than it helps. But overall, his character understanding with Wario is very good. And it does help that he does only play Wario, so he's basically a character specialist. I'm not sure if he has any other characters. If he does, then I have never seen any other characters. But Punch Game with Wario is excellent. He is able to use crabs. I love how he uses bike at the ledge like most better Warios do. Because when you see beginner Warios, they usually just use the bike, run around like I'm on a bike, and they don't do anything else with it. But with C-Stick and most good Warios, they like to use the bike to either instant hit lag, they trap at the ledge, use their hitboxes to exploit specific parts of other characters.
Right.
And C-Stick has definitely done that many, many, many times.
How's it going, Liz? All right.
If I had to put C-Stick somewhere on this tier list, I would say C-Stick is comfortably in the bottom of 8. Behind Chips, but in the bottom of 8.
I'll agree with you. However, I am going to disagree with a statement that you said. And I think that I Dare You really proved it. I think the C-Stick is getting better, but I would not say that he has mastered his character at all. And here's why I'm going to say why. There's a lot of opportunity for C-Stick to push advantage in a lot of opportunities, and he doesn't. He backs off a lot. There's a lot of opportunity in his grab game. There's a lot of time where he's conditioning people to shield, and I see it a lot. It's not even just that I Dare You too. There's a lot of time where he's conditioned him to shield, and he will not go in for grabs, like at all. So while I agree with that's a big call out for me. That's a really big call out, actually. So I really don't feel like he's mastered the character yet. Until he learns how to push advantage like properly, I'm gonna stick with my statement.
Oh, we're not saying it's impossible to fully master a character. Trust
us. Of course.
You totally can. It's just Wumbo is saying there are just some small things that C-Stick has to work on in order to make Wario into his reasons why people complain about him. Look.
Yeah, and I think Goofer said it. C-Stick decides to play passive. We should go a little bit more aggro sometimes.
Yeah, it's good to mix up your playstyle sometimes.
Yeah. Exactly. Like sometimes you need to. I would say it is probably part of the mindset too. Like once you get to a certain point, you're like,
it definitely is.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, like I don't want to push advantage. Like I'd rather keep my gameplay static and try to go for that battle of attrition. And it's almost like, no, like push it a little bit. Like when you're in advantage of Wario, dude, you're in advantage of Wario. So, Hitless Battler, if you want to get added in, make sure you DM me. We can schedule a time to play, all right?
And I agree with you. It definitely is the mindset thing, because I can say to myself, sometimes I don't want to push advantage, because when I'm thinking, it's like, okay, if I screw up, then I might die, and then that kind of puts you into doubting yourself. But I don't think that's a character thing. I think that's more the player thing.
Yeah, definitely the player thing.
I do understand where Wario most specifically comes in. I do also want to point out that C-Stick can definitely use a lot of Wario's tools, like neutral air and up air specifically. Like those things are really stupid on shield. Like up air is extremely destroyed, -2 on shield, there is -4 on shield. Right. Those are just something that you can throw out in neutral. And most people, if they don't know the matchup, they're gonna get hit by it every single time.
Yeah, for sure. I agreed. So, hey guys, just so you know, Arena 1 is open. If you want to play friendlies, it's the one going on in the top corner. So, all right, let's move on here to Dirty Meme. Dirty Meme. I'm gonna put Dirty in C. I'm definitely gonna put him below Bev. Last time, Dirty is more of a Amiibo trainer anyway. I think that's his calling card. I think he knows the game well enough. Last time I played him, I went Mac against K. Rool, which I don't really feel like is a good matchup, and did just fine. So,
I mean, there's just a lot of matchups that Mac is like, yeah, this is not good.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think a decent understanding of what neutral is, but as far as pushing advantage, nah, I don't think it really was there. So, yeah. I don't really feel like it was there at all. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I think he's just a nice, solid C tier. So, do you have anything else?
I don't. I really do not.
Yeah. This is the first tier list you're not mad. That's good, C-Stick. That means you're growing, man. You're taking the feedback. And that's the whole point of this. take the feedback, man, absorb it. So, you guys asked me how often I do this. I do this once a month. I'm considering doing twice a month. I don't know if that would be beneficial to you guys or not. I don't know. What do you think of that, Crown?
If it was twice a month, then if I was going to be involved, I mean, with my new job, it would only have to be on the weekends.
Oh, gotcha. So,
yeah.
Well, either way, whatever is best for everybody else too. But yeah, well, we'll see. Also, I might update my thing for next time. Okay, Kingslayer, if you need anything fixed in your graphics or any characters, anything like that, guys, make sure. I think once a month or better. Okay, make sure that you DM us so we can fix it for you. Okay, but yeah, make sure you DM us. It is your responsibility to DM us. Crown put a lot of time into these graphics, guys. So let us know. All right. Mr. Emo Lord.
Emo Lord. This dude I have watched in the Buzz's Galaxy Gambit tournaments. I've seen in the news bots. I've watched him play against Hungry Bots. I've watched him play against other good Wi-Fi players. He is astonishing. He makes me realize why I hate this character a lot. He is really good at what I don't know. Like, I'd say Evil Lord is really good at using bait and punish with Samus. And that's not something you really can say a lot about Samus.
Yeah.
Samus is more so of like a keep away character and someone that punishes very aggressive approaches. Well, I guess that is considered bait and punish.
Yeah.
But I don't consider Samus that much of a bait and punish character. I consider her like, hey, keep away from me. I'm a wall. I'm a gigantic wall. You can't really approach me. See? You see this charge shot? You can't do it.
I really feel like Emo Lord plays such a unique Samus. Like, there's a lot of Samus out there, right? I kind of think of like, I don't know, like Error or just almost anybody that plays Samus or Dark Samus, and they play like zoner. Like, I am a zoner, and he does exactly. OVA said it. He doesn't play Wi-Fi Samus. Like, I don't see that at all. Like, zero.
No, I don't really see that either. One thing I do mostly want to see out of Emo Lord sometimes is using the missiles to combo and stuff, but really, I'm just giving like personal opinions because really, honestly, for what he's doing, it's just working out.
Yeah.
So nothing. If he doesn't want to change the way he plays, he doesn't really have to do that because at this point, it's like it's up to him. But what I see when I see Samus is using missile all the time, I usually see it as like baits or weights. So what I'm saying by baits and weights is when you throw a charge shot out, depending on which one it is, either tilt stick shot missile or smash stick charge missile. And the difference between is the first one is the really slow tiny missile. The smash stick missile is the heat seeker, I believe. It is the big one that'll do a lot more knockback. What I see most Samuses do, and when I think of Samuses, I'm thinking of Joker, Wick, YB. When I see them use missiles, I see them using them to create situations to where they're going to bait their opponents either their shield.
Yeah, just eliminating options, I think, is the entire point of missiles, you know?
Yeah, and not only that, but in this game, you can actually combo missiles into like back air or down air, which is actually kind of ridiculous because Samus has never been able to do that before outside of melee. And again, that's kind of crazy to think about that she can actually do that in this game. So if someone were to get a little too comfortable in their shield with missiles, Emo Lord can shoot missiles and then bait the shield out and be like, okay, how many times do you get a whole shield for me until you're going to stop letting me approach you and then grab you for free? Or is he going to keep missing it up and then throwing missiles to combo his opponents into absolute death at the ledge because they made one wrong choice and they missed a parry? Really, that's about it because his combo game with Samus is really good. His neutral altogether, just as a prime player himself, is good. He mixes it up. He doesn't have any noticeable habits whatsoever.
I think that his conditioning is like, he conditions his opponents so well. Like, that's one thing I always think of when I think of Emo Lord. Like, he absolutely conditions them to put them where he wants, and he will make the most out of those plays too. Like, one thing I love that he does that I don't see a lot of Samuses do is single jab into just like slight turnaround, like pivot grab. Like,
good.
It's so good.
It's so good, but I'm telling you, I see that all the time.
I've literally only seen Emo Lord do it. But honestly, really? I don't see that many Samuses play in my brackets. So
okay, that's right. Yeah, there are a lot of Samuses. That's just a mix-up tool. So for those of you who don't know, that's actually literally a mix-up tool. It's not true. So if a Samus jabs your shield, the best thing to do is to jump back. So either jump back,
retreat.
Either jump, just pretty much just retreat, because the jab and the grab is not true whatsoever. You can get out of it, but what Wumbo was saying, Emo Lord's conditioning, a lot of Samus fans will condition you because the whole shield, or out of complete fear, you'll hold shield because like, oh goodness, it's Samus, I need a whole shield. So a lot of people get caught in the jab to grab because they're so afraid of Samus' missile game that it's just like, okay, you're going to get caught anyway by this. It's not true.
They love you being stuck in shield. They love it. And Stefan, very nice zero to death, my friend. So are we agreeing Emo Lord like S tier? Are we cool with that? Or were you going to put him high A?
I would say S tier is a good place to put.
I think S tier. I'm going to say S tier. I think he really is that good. So, yeah. I'm going to go with S tier. So. All right. Here we go with the Smash GG mod himself, Mr. Encryptions. Oh, you know, I'm going to put Encryptions in like the top of C. Above Bev, because I think Encryption's found his character for sure. It's just his approaches are really, really static. Like it's like the same like dash dance fair or dash dance down tilt or dash dance dash attack, you know. So
see, it's what you're pretty much saying is Encryption's plays Wi-Fi cloud pretty much. Like that's one thing I'm saying. It's like there's no shame, honestly. Again, don't take this to heart, because when we're saying you're playing like Wi-Fi, blah blah blah. I mean, it's not meant to be an insult. I know it's meant to be an insult most of the time, but we're trying to not use it as an insult. Fair for Cloud is stupidly safe. It's back there, same on shield. So some of those things are really good. But again, when we were talking about Bev, it's good to mix up your timing. It's good to mix up your landings, how fast you fall. And when you don't do that, it just becomes a 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. Like for most high and top level players, they think about that timing. They think about it. They're like, okay, how many seconds is this guy going to be in the air? Okay, 1, 2.
Yeah, it's just like
it's just
bear on ledge.
Yeah, again, it's all about mixing up, because if you don't, it just becomes easy to read you, and that's what Encryption basically is playing like. Encryption also has a really, really hard time getting at a disadvantage just with his character. I know it's Cloud, and Cloud can have a terrible disadvantage, but if you're going to play Cloud, that is something you really have to work on for the character himself, because
agreed.
That's just the Cloud life. Like, if I'm going to play Simon, and I have to accept that my recovery I can sometimes die at 0. That's something that's Cloud that you kind of have to understand too, and you have to work with. Like, your tools of your character are given to you. Now make them work. You can make anything work with enough patience, with enough practice.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's still learning as he's going. You know, he hasn't really learned the character. Like you said, the disadvantage was a big thing too. So yeah, he's still learning. He's still learning. But keep it going, Encryptions. I mean, I think that just finding what works with you, in particular with your character, is really, really important. So, all right, let's go to Error.
Error.
You know, my notes are so little for Error, just because,
do we really need to say much about this guy? He wins your tournaments all the time. Like,
literally.
If that isn't like S tier, then I don't know what is. I literally would not know what is.
Yeah. Hey, Skinny Boy, this is people in the community. If you'd like to get added to that, make sure you just DM me on Discord, dude. I'll make a time to play with you. But yeah, Arrow wins a lot of my tournaments when he plays in them. He always places high in Mexico tournaments. He's known as probably, I don't know, like top 150 Wi-Fi players. Like, definitely not top 100, but he's up there. Like, he's a really great Wi-Fi player.
He's out here winning tournaments.
He's winning tournaments.
And that's not even just an exaggeration. He has been winning a lot of tournaments, like,
for a long time.
The majority of tournaments that Wumbo has hosted outside of the big tournaments, Era has actually won.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That is no understatement or exaggeration whatsoever.
Yeah, he's really good. Now, funny enough, though, I would almost say the Emo Lord could eventually overtake him though, with the way that he's running right now. If he keeps on the streak, I could see that. Very nice up tilt, Mars.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens here. Next up is Mr. Jinro Dino. I think you played Jinro a little bit more than I do. Last time I played Jinro, it was kind of a snooze fest, I'm not gonna lie, because it was Pac versus Zelda, so...
I play versus Jinro all the time, so I'm just gonna be... Okay, Jinro, here you go. I'm gonna be straight with you. You don't mix up at all. You spam the same options over and over again. That's something that you have to get rid of. Like, you do the same 2 options all the time. And I was telling you this as we were playing one time. You don't change your timing at all. So eventually it just became, as we were talking about with encryptions, in my head I was just like, okay, what the timing for back here? Okay, that's when he says, so that's another time. Okay, he's not changing up the timing. I'm just literally going to counter it with an aerial that's much faster than that. Or since I have range, I can use my range to counter that as well. Not to mention that your biggest habit is not only with the timing, but you also do literally run back from the ledge to forward smash all the time. And
yes.
Crazy. The only other thing I say is your fundamentals are very like low, because I can tell when you try to play other characters, I'm seeing Pac-Man fundamentals. I'm not seeing full fundamentals. So like I can tell that you can see that I can tell that when you play other characters, I can see you trying to play Pac-Man before anything else. Like with your Violet, you'll press the B button a lot, and it'll be like, okay, I don't know why he pressed the B button there. I guess whatever. Or you would forward smash randomly all the time, or you would come at me with forward air all the time. And Violet's forward air, don't get me wrong, it's very big in range, but it's also very slow. So, and that was something that I was telling you when we were playing. It's just that you kind of have to learn to. I say what I really think you should do, Juno, is play some other characters, but play characters that are much simpler, like Mario or Cloud. Like play characters that will teach you how to play basic fundamentals. You don't need to play a very like specific
pick up Lucina, yeah. Pick up somebody that's gonna help your fundies, because sometimes, like in Disadvantage, I'm very surprised by like the DI or the choice, and like Pac's really good actually in Disadvantage. So it's kind of like I'm just very like. Sometimes I get a hit and I'm like, wait, but why did you DI that way? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not a mix-up because I keep like seeing it happen over and over. So to me, it's just more odd. But I agree with what Crown's saying for sure.
Like you gotta have like.
Let's go, Poofy!
I like again. I think general your issue is that you're using Pac-Man fundies. You're not like learning overall fundies. And yes, local fella, I said Mario was simple, and he is simple.
Mario is a really good fundies character. He's easy to learn.
He is literally made to be the overall most well-rounded character in Smash. He doesn't have a bad thing besides struggling with disjoints. But he literally, can you really point out anything bad on Mario besides struggling with his disjoints? That like something that you have to put time into the character for? No, you don't have to put a lot of time into the character. Like
he's kind of like Bowser. Like they're easy to pick up. They don't require a crazy amount of like learning tech or anything.
Now, see, I wouldn't put him on Bowser tier of easy, but I would say that he's pretty simple.
He's pretty simple, yeah. By the way, guys, I think OVA had mentioned in Poofy, thank you for 7 months, my man. If we get 12 subs today, I'll be raffling off this hero amiibo, which I freshly picked up today. Fresh off of the amiibo factory. So he is right there. So I'm gonna put General above encryption. So
yes, I would definitely agree with that. I would agree with that.
All right, perfect. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page. So. All right, here we go with Mr. God. God actually, I've seen him play Ganon. I'll be real. I've seen his K rule. I've seen his K rule. Encryptions, we kind of revamped everything. So if you're in a different tier, it's only because we've revamped everything. So
yeah, we pretty much redid everything.
yeah. I personally like God's Ganon. Yeah, his Ganon I think is much better than his K. Rool. Like much better. When I played him, like again, kind of just campy K. Rool stuff. Although with the Ganon though, much better sense of neutral and actually really knew where to push advantage, which I really actually enjoyed. Really good at creating tech situations and actually getting good reads off of it. It's because Ganon is top tier. Yeah, sure, God, sure, whatever you say, buddy. I would definitely say that really stood out to me. Like his punish game was really good. As a Ganon, I think you picked the right character to support that.
Yeah.
What notes did thou have?
For me, with God, God, yes, you are correct. His punish game is, I wouldn't say it's great, but it is decent enough to where it gets Ganon working. However, I want to point this out. God, your disadvantage is not great. You use your jump all the time in disadvantage, so it becomes really easy. That's something every beginner player does. They use your jump immediately instead of saving it, and you kind of have to do that, especially with characters like Ganon that are really big and really simple to edge guard. And it's just something that gets you killed all the time. Like even me as Simon, I'm able to. I know it's not impressive, but like I'm able to gimp you as Belmont all the time because all I do is bait your jump out and then you die.
Yeah.
The other thing is that sometimes you get so reliant on specific moves, like with Ganon, of course, online you have like neutral air and then forward tilt.
Nair.
Yeah, like it just becomes, again, we were talking about with Bev and encryption. You use the same timing. There's no mix-ups or anything like that. It's just you're relying on the big disjoints to do the work for you, and it's costed you a lot of your stuff. And also, I'm not even going to get started on how many times you've yawned about Ganon being bad. Dude, you're playing Ganondorf. What the hell?
Yeah, get used to it, bro.
You're saying, look, you're saying that, oh, I can't do anything. You're playing Ganondorf, dude. What did you expect?
It's your choice. So, yes.
Yeah, you kind of have to. You have to. If you're gonna play the character, you have to accept that your character has flaws. If you don't accept the flaws, you're not going to level up at all. So
yeah,
in my opinion, I think God for right now. I think he is low C.
I think he's C, but I'm gonna be real. I think he's better than Encryptions. Not as good as Jinro, but better than Encryptions.
I disagree with that. I think Encryptions.
Really? Are you sure you've seen his Ganon?
I played his Ganon.
Okay.
I have played his Ganon. I believe that Bev and Encryptions are both better.
You think? Okay. All right. I'll tell you what. We'll put God below Bev. Is that where you want to put him?
Yes.
All right. I will put God there with the intention that he is going to prove us wrong. I think he's going to prove you wrong. I'm just saying, next tier list, that's one of my peeps. I think he's going to be higher. I'll put it out there.
He's going to be your guy to look out for.
I will say he will be the C tier guy to look out for. 100%. 100%.
All right, let's go.
Don't doubt me. Hey, I'm telling you, I watched God play not on our stream, on somebody else's stream actually, and the man was popping off. He was popping off. What's up, Royal Mask? Yo, it's targets time. Let's go! Woo! Targets. All right. Anyway, I walk away for 1 second and Jinro's in C tier. It's okay, guys. We adjusted.
We revamped the tier list. It's completely different.
Yes. So if your tier changed, don't worry about it. Worry about your placement.
I just
comparatively.
Go to death with the Luigi misfire. That's great.
Yeah, just look at your placement comparatively to other people that maybe were in their prior tier. I'll try, but I'm going to prove you. You're going to prove me wrong, God. What do you mean you're going to prove me wrong? I'm saying you're going to be higher.
No, what? No, God, you proving me wrong. Your Wumbo is believing in you.
I believe in you, bro.
You're proving me wrong, God.
Yeah, what the heck? Nani, bro. Wow. All right, here we go with gold. Every time I play gold, he plays just the lamest, zoniest I've ever played anyone ever. Like, doesn't push advantage ever. Just zones. There's no anything except zoning, and he plays like 30,000 characters. This man just blows my mind sometimes. I literally don't know what to say about gold other than, please, dear God, just push advantage one time, bro. Because he will literally shoot you with a missile, and then he will space you out, and then we get close to him, and he'll just run away and reset to neutral. And like, I'm okay with that to a point, but like, bro, if I'm a high percent or like you get a free like follow-up, don't run away. Like, come after me, bro. Do something. I'm like, oh, it hurts my soul sometimes to play him because like it's so Wi-Fi.
I will say this: Meat Gunner does have some good options that like from a range they are pretty good. Like forward air. Gold does not use forward air often, and if you're gonna make Meat Gunner, I want to see you use forward air level routes in Gold because
Gold plays like every character in the world, and even not with Meat Gunner. Any other character he plays, like he'll play Swordy too, right? And it's just like chakra tornado, and like don't get me wrong, I understand that, right? But like if you hit me with tornado at like 140, there better be an up air follow up, and he doesn't. He just keeps spamming chakra tornado.
I mean, that's just me. That's just how he sort of plays.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I've only played against Gold's Meat Gunner, which is the impersonator of Staunch, mind you.
Yes. Yes.
I think he needs, if he's going to use Meat Gunner specifically, I want him to work on using forward air. There are ways. So what you can do is, for those who don't know, you can use, if you play Meat Gunner, you can use Meat Gunner's forward air to give you some momentum boost. That it literally just puts you across the stage with the recoil. And it's really good to use versus shield, especially because, again, it's not a ton of range, but it's enough range and enough pushback to where it's like, okay, I can hit this on someone's shield and poke at them, and it's just completely safe. Like, I don't know what they're going to do about it. And something else I want to see, this is what Samus too. Like, since you also have Charge Shot, I want you to use that. Charge Shot in this game, no matter if it's Samus or if it's Meat Gunner, they're both just really good.
Yeah, it's good.
I want you to use every different form of Charge Shot on Meat Gunner because
medium shot's really good for follow-ups.
You don't have to use you don't have to use fully Charge Shot all the time. You can use like tiny shots to just poke at someone. Like if someone's very aggressive and they run at you, you can use the like you can use the non-charge like Charge Shot to just give a little poke at them and be like, hey, stop that. What are you doing? You can't come at me.
Yeah, stay away. Stay away.
Same thing with like missiles too. You can also use the missiles as well. Same thing. Smash stick, attack stick, whichever one you want to do. You can go with. Though I do also know a lot of Meat Gunners use the explosive. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, the other one, the bomb.
It's the explosive. It looks like a beanbag. It looks like an explosive beanbag.
The beanbag, yeah, it really is.
But yeah, it's if you're gonna use that as well, then you can learn how to space that at ledge to where it's just completely safe and it's just completely obnoxious. Because that is the single one move I have heard everybody complain to about.
Yeah, as a ledge guarding tool, it's absolutely insane. Like absolutely insane.
Yeah, but you are correct though. Sometimes pushing advantage is good because you can play zoning all you want, but yes, you do have 7 to 8 minutes depending on which part of the region or what tournament you're gonna play.
Get used to going to time. Get used to it.
Yeah, if you're going to time, then that's fine. But but again, you're not always going to be camping. You're not always going to be passive because eventually you're gonna make contact because your opponent will see that you're playing very passive and then start to create a game plan like, okay, it's clear that he's gonna start holding shield or more often, or okay, they're gonna sit there and wait until I get to them and then like our shield try to bait me into holding mine. So it's really all about the mind games that's gonna start becoming an issue. And I don't think gold is actually.
I'm gonna put gold below God.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah, it's just like I think gold's still learning what the game really is. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. All right, let's go forward to Green Magician here. You know what makes me sad, and I think it's just because Green Magician has like really bad Wi-Fi. In the few times that I've played Green Magician, that with good connection, which isn't a bunch, but nonetheless, really, like, actually has really great tech with Robin. Like, really good tech, actually. I just think he can't execute it as well because of the latency. And he has, like, great mix-up. His movement on stage reminds me of, like almost like Rinku, like, really good, just Robin, like, gameplay. Like, he's honestly has the movement of the character down. The only thing is, again, there's a few habits that he falls into. Always jumps off ledge or always rolls. He'll hesitate and always roll. So there was definitely a few things right there that was just kind of like, kind of glaring to me. But all in all, I think he has really good potential, actually.
Yeah, see, for the roll you were talking about, this is what we call the mid-panic roll. And we call this the mid-panic roll because lower and mid-level players, whenever they're in situations where they're like, oh my goodness, I'm about to die, I'm at 120, 130%, 90% of the time, most mid-level and low-level players will always roll on stage because they're like, I need to get control. I need to get back I need to get away from the court, like, now. And it is so easy to predict all the time because you know how to predict their skill level based on their character play so early within a match that you can start setting things up ahead of time, and you wait till the end of a stock and you predict and pressure them to the point to where they're like, okay, they're gonna roll on stage. Have a good one, buddy. They're gonna roll on stage because they're scared, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah. And for when you were talking about the execution, here's the thing I always say about execution. The execution can be the greatest it's ever been. It can be some of the swiftiest, the most, I guess, the polished tech you've ever seen. But at the end of the day, it's not going to matter until you get that W. And if you can't incorporate, and if you can't win the game with the tech,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really does not matter. You kind of have you have to kind of like start being like, okay, I need to be a little more simple. And that sounds weird to say for a character like Robin, right? But sometimes it just takes you to slow down, and it just takes you to be like, okay, what can I do fundamentally?
Zen, don't blow it. Zen, don't blow it.
What? Wait,
last surprise is on. Oh, he missed it! No! He's close. He's close. He's always so close, but he just always misses it.
Yeah, and anyway, what I was saying is, this happens with Peach, this happens with Pikachu, this happens with Shulk. Really, any character that has like a lot of tech to input into their gameplay. If you can't input the tech and still get the win at the end of the day, then it's just useless. Like you probably should question why you use it in the first place.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Green Magician probably above Bev, but below Encryptions.
I agree with that.
All right, coolio. All right, next up we have Help. Have you played Help at all, or are you just kind of watch Help?
I have played Help maybe like 3 times, but most of my times have been with doubles.
Sure. So Help actually plays Zelda, Sephiroth, and
I have
Zero
played
Suit.
the Sephiroth. I played the Sephiroth.
Yeah, mostly all I played is the Zero Suit. I played all of them, right? So, Zephy and Zelda I win those. At least like the matchup wise. Zero Suit, I have not played my Zelda against a Zero Suit, but I have played my Mac, and I did not win. It was not even close, which I didn't think I would win, right? But
yeah, that matchup is
at least just to give you a comparative. Now when I played the Zero Suit, I guess the best way I can say is he panic kick flips. So there's a lot of times where I'll kind of feint and it'll just go, oh, panic kickflip, and it's the beta set up because it's like, oh, perfect. That's what I wanted you to do.
And you know what's funny? You actually led right into a good transition to exactly what I wanted to say. From the times I played his Sephiroth and maybe the 1 or 2 games of his Zelda,
right?
He cannot deal with pressure on his shield at all.
Yeah.
If you
yeah,
put a single bit of pressure close to him, he pushes a button in panic. And because he pushes a panic button, it's usually a bet it all on black move. And if you're wrong and you get caught, it's like, oh no, I'm probably going to die here. And
you take the 50-50 guess, and it ends up normally working out in your favor.
Exactly. Like if you play to pressure help a lot more than you actually do to push buttons against help, it'll work out, because essentially what wins versus help is that you're basically playing the mindset game more than you're playing the button game, because help is very good at making sure that their buttons are superior over yours, because it's like, okay, I know how to set this up, I know where you're going to land. But again, if you just bait out specific options, or if you bait into their shield and you throw some safe aerials or projectiles, then they'll always get hit, no matter what. Or they're gonna throw something just completely random, and then you're like, okay, that's what I wanted. That's cool.
Yeah. I would say just get a little less mashy on the habit. But I will say though, Help Zelda's really not bad. The punish game is actually particularly good for Zelda, I will say. The Zephy, kind of too early for me to tell anything. I'm gonna put Help in B tier, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna put Help above Bubs or below Bubs. What do you think? What's up, Minty?
I honestly think Help is above Aquatic.
It really?
Like the Zelda, at least, is above Aquatic. If we're talking purely the Zelda,
okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
The other characters are below Aquatic, but if we're talking purely about the Zelda, which I have fought before, it's definitely above Aquatic for sure.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, Mad Mix? How's it going, buddy? I haven't played you in so long, man. I took you off. If you want to get on the list, make sure that you DM me so we can schedule a time. But I do not believe you were on this one, buddy. Yeah, you got to make sure that you DM me to make a time. How you been, though, Minty? What's good? We got 2 arenas open up if you'd like to. I did want to take a moment and tell you guys, Crown is here, throwing in some extra thoughts on all the placement. Appreciate you, Crown, and appreciate all of you guys. If you haven't already, if you're liking the stream and you want to continue support, don't forget to hit that follow button, all right? Okay, thank you. But, Local Fella, aren't you on here?
I think you are.
Yeah, I think Local Fella's on here.
I think he is.
Oh, yeah, you're on here, Local Fella. You're literally on here. Oh, my God. He's playing with us. All right, Mr. Hero Shade. It's hard for me to judge Hero Shade at this point because it's not his fault. He just hasn't played much because of his crappy internet. I mean, I played him the other day, and we had actually 2 days ago, and he had some decent connection for a while. There was a little bit of like latency, but I mean, he was. I maybe took like 2 or 3 games off his Sephiroth at best. Yeah, 2 or 3 games, I think, and like. He's still good as ever, you know? He's still, like, amazingly good. It's just... Yeah, he just doesn't have the internet, you know?
Right. I mean, if we're talking about Hero Shade overall...
Yeah.
Hero Shade is probably one of the best players in the stream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Always been. I mean, my mind and my feedback does not change on Hero Shade whatsoever. Hero Shade is one of the best players. It's just at the mindset. It's really just the mindset, and he is. I mean, this man will always make top 8. So, like, if you see this man in a Wumbo tournament bracket, he usually makes top 8, no problem.
Oh yeah. I will say this though. I'm going to disagree with what you said about the mindset because I don't feel like Hero's been that way in a while. So it's, but we haven't seen him play in a tournament in a bit. So I'm going to say high A though. I'm not going to say S though.
Why not S?
Because he hasn't played in anything for a while. It's hard for us to really say like, hey, he's winning all the time. Like, yes, in smaller brackets, top A for sure. In bigger brackets, though, I don't think that he's gotten the results that Emo Lord and Error have.
Yeah, you are right about that.
But the top of A, low S. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an agreement.
I think that's the fairest way to put it. And I feel bad because it's not his fault. It's just like It's just Comcast like screwed Hero Shade.
Oh,
yeah.
he has Comcast? Oh, goodness.
Yeah. I just feel bad because, I mean, if Hero Shade goes out to a local, he's probably going to take first. Yeah. He's literally going to probably take first, you know?
Almost reset the bracket versus Sassy? Jeez.
Yeah, he made top 8 and was 3-0 Cobra. Let's go. This was, what, like a month and a half, 2 months ago, right? If I could grind a beat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is Hero doesn't have a way to grind, you know?
Yeah, we're speaking, that's how I feel too. I think within the Wumbo community, he's definitely an S tier.
Yeah.
But I do also agree with Wumbo that if he hasn't participated in a tournament for a long time, then yeah, it's kind of hard to judge what he is now.
Yeah. I mean...
But we do know he's great.
Oh yeah, we know he's absolutely cray-cray. Like, I would be willing to put him in low S, like... We can move him there for now, and then if we feel like as we go through there needs to be a small adjustment, we can. But I think at worst, he's high A, and at best, like, probably like mid S, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I think one thing that I didn't consider too was kind of the theory craft of it, because if he could, he would be S. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's what kind of my point is that he would obviously be S if he actually like.
Yeah. We'll put him in S. We'll put him in S for now, and if we feel like it needs to be adjustment, we can. Oh yeah, the Cobra thing was on Fire Emblem. That's right. All right, Cesarok, the amiibo killer himself. I haven't played Cesarok in a minute. I know they came into one of the arenas one time, and I watched him play. I think he plays a good Wi-Fi Terry.
I'll say this: I have played Cesarok a little bit. Cesarok is good at taking advantage of his character's toolkit,
right?
But his fundamentals are lacking. That's where I see.
I agree with that. And I think that's a Terry problem. You know,
I don't really think that's just a Terry problem. I think that's a character problem because General has the same issue in my opinion. Because like I was saying earlier, whenever I watch him play other characters, I see his main fundamentals. I don't see actual fundamentals. So like whenever I see him, so back to General, whenever I see him play like his Violet, he's trying to do Pac-Man fundamentals with a character that clearly cannot do the stuff that Pac-Man does. And I'm seeing the same thing out of this guy here too, because it's like, okay, he's playing another character and he's not playing the show though, so he's gonna kind of...
That's a good point, Spider-Man. I mean, I don't know. I really think that Cesarok, like, I'll be real with Terry mains. I don't think their sense of neutral is the same as everybody else's. Like, I mean, the fundies in general do not work the same, in my opinion, just for Terry. But I don't feel like Terry. If you go and play Terry, and that's the only character you know how to play, I don't feel like his fundamentals work in the same way. Like, I don't think Shoto's as running in a fundamentals of Smash work the same way as every other character, as playing like Mario or Lucina. But that's my opinion. I think Shoto's just are playing a completely different game.
Yeah,
I've said that before.
I agree with that too. I think that like with specific characters, if you play them, then you're gonna learn the game a completely different way. And whenever you try to play other characters, it really shows.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. I want to say Cesarok is definitely better than Bubs. I'll put him above Bubs, but definitely below Forks, if you agree with that.
Yes, I can see it. I kind of thought about it for a second. I'm like, I can see
it. Like he's good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, for him to destroy amiibos and like he's got a good grasp of the game, you know. So he's definitely not awful. So. Of everyone I sort of consider like sort of close with or just have a conscious understanding with, World Master is the best since he stick the Moshi, then rather than myself, then encryptions and Bev. Yeah, I think Bev is one of those people that like I think Bev could be really good or better. I just don't see Bev like grind it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bev's not the kind of person to like grind out the game and figure out their mistakes.
Right? Yeah, it's just like I'm here to play and have fun, and that's cool. There's a time and place for that. So, hey guys in the arenas. just a reminder, if you get 3 wins, make sure you go to the back of the line, all right? That's the arena rules. So, wait a minute, I just realized there's a Spring Zelda here, and I'm mad. Like, you are mad, Mix! Where you been? Yeah, Bev chills, and that's okay. But, you know, we respect all play styles, so. All right, Mr. Kage Link. Mr. Kage Link.
Let me go ahead and, I want to say my own.
Yeah, I feel like Kage Link's theory craft is just like S tier.
Let me say this.
You're playing a ton more than me.
Actually, I'll let you talk because I'm gonna be on for.
I mean, all I really have to say against Kage is like he continues to get better and better and better and better. I think that the best way I can describe it is he always falls for the goofy stuff, or there's always just like he always gets covered by the most obvious choice, and I think the thing that he lacks is just like that next level type gameplay. What I mean by that is like he's doing exactly what you're supposed to do, but going to the next level, you have to mix it up more, and you have to be able to think a little bit more critically. And I don't think that Kage's quite got to that point. What's up, Cesar? How you doing, buddy? We just talked about you.
Yeah. Are you continuing with what you said?
No, I mean, I think that he keeps growing, and his grind is absolutely insane. And I think that one day he's one of those guys that every tier list, I think he's going to keep going up and 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 up.
Okay.
And I'm going to end it there while I run to the restroom. So
yeah, because I'm going to
take it away.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take it.
All right, go ahead.
So let me go ahead and say this. I think Kage is single-handedly the most improved player of the entire Wumbo community. Single-handedly, do not at me, I believe this so hard. I believe Kage has come from a long, long way within the past system. Kage, back then, used to be like tier, maybe even low tier. I believe that Kage has learned so much within the past couple of months that it has helped him extremely. He is able to smother you in neutral if you do not know what he's going to do. He is able to make you pay for trying to go after him. He is willing to let trap you whenever he wants to. He understands how things work. He essentially leveled up within the past 6 months. And it's just crazy. It's just single-handedly, Kage is the most improved player in the entire stream. And again, I'm gonna say that. No one has improved as much as Kage has. And not only that,
what about Oofers?
I used to literally probably say that Kage was low C.
Right.
But now, within the past 6 months, I confidently can say Kage has earned himself a low B tier and is above Bubs and Sasarok. I believe that he is just below Aquatic Force, and he is significantly improving. That if he keeps the grind going to where he is, I certainly believe that he can be low A tier within the matter of 2 to 3 months.
Yo, Palazzo playing arena. Let's go. You put him above Bubs. I agree.
I put him above Sasarok.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. That's a really tough call for me.
No, look, here's what I can say. Look, so
all right, I'm willing to hear you out.
With Sasarok, remember what we talked about just a minute ago with character fundamentals, correct?
Right.
So Kage, when I play him, he doesn't have that issue. He can play other characters. It's just that he has to learn how to actually play those characters. Like, he plays them like if it's fresh off the make for that. So he doesn't have an understanding of the characters, but I see the fundamentals working. I see where he's going.
Yeah.
And I very much agree that Kage has come a very long way. And
for sure.
He is the only person that I have legitimately had like, I play Luigi in this stream, right? And I just do it for shits and giggles. And I don't play like a lot of people. I used to literally beat the living crap out of Kage.
Yeah.
Luigi. But now I can't even play. I can't even play Luigi versus him. He has legitimately done everything in his power to stop my Luigi, and he knows how to keep up with my game. And that's something that I believe puts him above Sephiroth, is that he's not only has a better sense of fundamental, but he is also able to keep up with other players' sense of playstyles that he, in a basic level, can keep up.
Yeah, I'll hear you out on it. And playing Kage IRL, like, and I played him recently. I mean, whenever, let's see, Nick was here about 2-3 weeks ago, so
I have something to say about.
So, I mean, I've played him recently IRL, and I mean, I continue to see him get better. Yeah, I didn't wash my hands. Screw you guys.
Oh wow. I mean, it's his house.
I'm in my own house, guys. Come on. I mean, I agree with you. I think that he is one of the most improved. I might argue against you that Oofers might be. I think Oofers, when he came in, was literally like god awful. But Oofers has got much better. But that aside, yeah, I'll take your word for it, Crown. I'll take your word for it, and I'll put him above Sazerac. But I would like to see Kage and Sazerac fight each other. I think Sazerac he has a very good pressure game, and I think sometimes Kage folds under pressure. That's my only thing. He's gotten much better at it. Don't get me wrong. He's gotten much better at it.
I will say, I do agree with that. He does. That's the one thing I think Kage has to struggle with, is that pressure gets to him very easily. Like, if you pressure his shield enough, or you start hitting his shield with save aerials, or you start hitting him with save combos and stuff, Kage finds it really hard to get out of disadvantage.
Yeah, his punish game is much better, though. His punish game is much better. You think OVA is the most improved? I always felt like when OVA came in, he was always pretty decent.
OVA was pretty decent when he started. He was
that's true, Kage. All I remember is taunt into up B as a true combo on Temple. That was a top Kage moment.
I was not around to witness that.
Yeah, that was good. Nah. Hero Shade popping up. All right, next up is Kangoni. Kangoni's more of a Amiibo guy. You know what I mean? Like,
I've never seen him play before, so I would have to.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'll say about Kang. He's really patient, like omega patient. The only thing was there's a lot of overextension, so he would really like fish for extra moves in there. There was like, you have no business trying to go for like double hop fair in like advantage when you're not even close to me, or trying to fish for grabs when I'm like I would be approaching and he would try to run up grab. I'm like, no, my friend. No, my friend. Blizz Battler, do it. Come on, let's go. DM me. All in all, I think Kang, I think he understands the game. He just doesn't have the application of it. Yes, we do have the new Zelda.
No, local bell would mean Kangoni, not Kingslayer.
Yeah, no, Kangoni. Yeah, Kangoni. Yes, we do have the new Valentine Zelda on stream. Duh, premiered yesterday. Hope you guys enjoy him. I'm gonna put Kang actually above Dirty Meme. Below Gold, I don't think that he has a desire to really get amazing at regular IRL play. I think he just likes to troll around with ICs. Yeah, Kang plays ICs.
Kang plays Ice Climbers.
Yeah, I literally think that's his placement. It kind of reminds me of Bev. He's chilling. He's here. He's doing his thing, but it's more amiibo focused. But I will say this: that man is galaxy brain. When it comes to amiibo, he's big brain, guys. This man is certified genius. That's all I have to say.
If this was an amiibo tier, he'd be S tier.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If it's amiibo, he'd be Omega God Alpha tier. So yeah, he's amazing. So all right, Kingslayer, the man, the myth, the legend himself. I played Kingslayer. Yeah, I played Kingslayer the other night when I had a migraine.
Jesus.
I mean, honestly, it was probably the best I've seen him play, considering that he was going Oonga Boonga, because he was much more patient than I've ever seen him. But you play Kingslayer a lot more than me.
Yeah, I do.
So I might let you take more of this. I only have one match to really go off of in the past like month, so I only have a very short snapshot.
I mean, from what I can see, his Joker is very new, but he did say that he wants to play Joker.
Yeah,
so I put Joker up there, but he's mostly known for his Donkey Kong. His DK is probably single-handedly probably one of the most annoying DKs I've ever fought in my life.
He's doing what you're supposed to, though.
Well, yeah, I know that, but that doesn't mean I can still hate the character. And Kingslayer himself is probably one of the best players in the entire community in terms of fundamentals. Like, he can play any
his fundies are amazing.
And he can literally be just about as basic. He can learn all the basics with the character as much as possible and let his fundamentals carry him along.
Carry him, yeah. For sure. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I think he might probably is one of the most well-rounded players in this community. Like, he can play any format, any character, and he will do well. 1000%.
Yeah. Like, you can tell him to literally only play with like one side of the controller and he will probably do just decently. Like, he may lose,
exactly.
but he'll still do better than most other players would. Like, he can literally do anything when he puts his mind to it. That's like what I see from your other player. I think because of that, I think he deserves at the very least to be high B tier above health.
I think he's A tier. I don't think that he's above C-Stick at the moment because I don't think that he has recent results. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is the reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a DK only 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kingslayer, that's been a while though, I will say.
It has been a while.
I will say I appreciate that, and that is mostly I'm thinking of your older results, and that's a bigger reason why I'm putting you A tier. But I'm not gonna put you above C-Stick for the reason that C-Stick has better recent results.
Yeah. Okay. A tier does sound pretty nice.
Yeah, but not above C-Stick because I don't have recent results for you.
Not recently.
Yeah. Okay, bad local fella. Yeah, you have. Let's just put local fella. Let's just go and put him in D tier at the lowest. All right. You know, I gotta be real. Local fella is one of those people that like. It's a tougher placement for me, and I feel like you played him a lot more than I have. I just feel like it's just a plant. It's a regular old plant. It reminds me of dairy, honestly. It reminds me of dairy's plant. Overuse of Patooey. Buried by Patooey.
It's Patooey. That's what Piranha Plant does. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Look, like, you can say that Patooey carries Piranha Plant, but that's literally the character.
That's Piranha Plant. Yeah, that's fair.
You can't blame the character. You can't blame the player for it.
That's fair.
I think he is single-handedly the best Piranha Plant I have ever played, and that includes like even me going to SmashCon and playing against some like near PR Piranha Plants apparently. He is a single-handedly the best one I've ever played.
I agree. He's definitely the best Piranha Plant I've ever played too.
I would say
1000.
If I were to put him anywhere that's here, he's probably on top of the 8 tier. I think that he can go very.
Are you sure about top of A tier? Because I'm pretty sure I've taken local fella before in matches.
I think when he puts his mind to it, and local fella actually gives it a shot, and he puts his full like brain into it, I think that he can absolutely outplay Kingslayer, C-Stick, and Chin on the same time.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, you know I was gonna say a local fella. You know I was gonna say it. I'll be honest though. In his defense, Zelda completely owns that plant matchup. It's very difficult for a plant.
I mean, anyone with a reflector does really well with this plant because Patooey does it instead. As soon as you get rid of Patooey, Piranha Plant just basically got itself.
Yeah, exactly. I will say though, like my Mac did decent against him. I feel like sometimes the only thing holding local fella back is like sometimes he doesn't take the match seriously. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's like, oh, I'm fishing for clips, or oh, I'm just kind of like trolling around. You know what I mean? It's like, no, man, like if you put your mind to it and play like seriously, especially when I played him in our best of 3. What's up, baby? Out. He was just like,
let's say. I mean, look at him in chat right now. Do you really? I mean, you're kind of right. Just look at the chat right now, and you can kind of see it.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. So, I will agree to put him above Chips. I will agree to that. I think he's a really great plant. The thing holding him back is just that focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like I said, if he focuses actually on the tournament, he is better than the other 3 in the same tier combined. Absolutely.
Yeah. Agreed. 100%. All right, Mr. Lop. Lop's been playing Sheik mostly recently. I guess probably gonna change the character again. That's what Lop does.
She changes her character a lot. I have noticed that.
Yeah. For me with Lop, it's like I think the Lop has a very good understanding of the game, like a natural understanding for the game. Pretty decent fundies, actually, surprisingly. The only thing that's holding a lot bad is just grinding the game and picking a main.
Yeah, what I see from Lop is exactly what you said. Like, I feel like what happens is Lop will play a character and be like, oh, this character is fun. Wow, I really want to play this character. But then, like, as soon as they go into actual matches, and then they start, like, losing because, of course, they're not familiar with the character just yet. They start having doubt, and they give up too quickly on the character. Because that's what happened with Min Min as well. Like, with the Min Min, we saw the Min Min for a tiny bit. And Lop was doing okay with Min Min, but then Lop is like, oh, I'm not winning a lot. I think I'm going to give up on this character now because they're not doing anything for me. Like, they're not being patient enough with their progress.
Yeah, I've really seen Lop play, like, no joke, like 10 different characters. So I'm gonna put Lop above Encryptions because I really truly and honestly think Lop gets carried by the fact that has a really good understanding of the game. Just needs to like hone down on that main. I think Jinro's definitely better than Lop just because Jinro at least like has a character and knows how to play the character, whereas Lop's just an infinite character crisis, you know?
I like how both Hiroshi and Jinro both said, I remember my character.
Yeah, right. When I first started, trust me, I had awful character crisis in the game. Yeah, awful.
I'm having a sort of character crisis right now. I just joined it, and 2 years later. Yeah, I'd say it happens. It happens though. So
Anyway, next character.
You know, I forgot about this person we were mentioning most improved. I think LQV Cat is one of those like underdog, like dark horses. LQV Cat, when LQV Cat first came into the stream, was definitely like completely new to the game. I played LQV Cat about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, who is this person? Like, is this same player? Honestly, I was extremely shook by how much this person had grown. Honestly, the only thing was like spamming on up B, which I know brawlers like to do that in general. But really good adjustments from game 1 to game 2. I like to, when I play these best of 3s or best of 5s, is kind of stick with the same habits and see if they start to make adjustments, right? And immediately, like, start of game 2, the adjustments were made. And I was like, all right, this is good. Like, this person is actively dissecting and thinking about what I'm doing. I was very impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I was very, very impressed.
All right, yeah. I mean, I have never played LQB Cat, so I would have no opinion about them whatsoever.
Yeah,
and
I understand.
If anything, I haven't really even seen them here in quite some time either.
LQB Cat was here last night.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah, not in arenas or anything, but yeah. I'm gonna put LQB Cat above Lop though. Right below Jinro. I think that they would go pretty even, but I think Jinro has just a little bit better core understanding of his character.
Yeah,
for sure. So, who first he mains Warrior and DK? Little Z, yeah, he mains DK. I thought.
Also, let me just tell you guys right now, the difference between mid level, which is C tier, and B tier,
is not very far. We're still talking about mid-level. It's just the difference between the upper mid-level and the mid-level are usually just there are just tiny little things that make a huge difference.
Yeah. Agreed. Absolutely.
So if you see yourself in B tier in C tier, and you're like, why am I in C tier? You pretty much are B tier, but you have like some small things to fix before you become B tier. Is essentially what we're saying.
Agree. Yeah, absolutely. All right, next up is Luke, straight to D tier. Okay, next let's go to Moshi. No, I gotta mess with Luke a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta mess with him.
Yeah, it's how it is. So let's go. There we go. I don't really know where to place Luke. I always have a hard time with him, because I feel like he changes a lot of his characters. Finally, unbiased placing. I feel like Luke kind of changes his characters around, but either way, really good fundies. Really good fundies. I know that I had put him at the bottom of A last time.
I think if we're talking now, Luke, I have a question for you. Are you specifically sticking with Roy, or are you going with someone else? Because I need to know this before I judge.
Yeah, I agree, Luke. Like, I literally don't know who. Yeah, he's in character crisis for sure.
The last time I remember playing Luke, it was his Roy.
Yeah,
which is why I put it there.
Falco, that's right.
That's right. You have a very good Falco. Oh my goodness, I remember that Falco. Jesus Christ.
I played as Falco. I played as Falco the other day when we did the.
His Falco is incredible. I will say that if I'm just judging based on his Falco, I'm just gonna say right now.
Why be losing? Why be losing to me then? What's with that?
I think his Falco is like behind Help but above Aquatic. That's where I think his Falco is. But if we're sticking to the Roy though, Roy would probably be below Jinro.
I'll be honest. I think Luke's better than Help. I think Luke can. He's got a really good understanding of Falco. I'll be honest. Help is a good Zelda, but in disadvantage, and Zelda's not the best in disadvantage anyway. But like in particular, like just disadvantage for Help, I don't think so. I don't think Luke is better than Kingslayer though. I don't. But his Falco's not bad.
His Falco's not bad. Are you kidding me? His Falco is incredible. What are you talking about?
If I'm beating you, you're not incredible.
Oh, come on.
I'm just gonna put that out there.
Oh, come on. You can't doubt yourself like that. Come on.
No, I doubt myself like that. It was mad laggy, Luke. It was really bad. Yeah, it was really bad, and I blame that on you. So,
I would, if anything, if we're talking about his Falco, it's either above Help or right below Kingslayer. It's one of them.
Yeah, I agree. What's up, Rick? How you doing, buddy? Here's what I'll say. I think that Luke has, now that he picked a character, I will say that Luke is constantly grinding this game.
Mission complete.
So I'm going to put him below Kingslayer in A. My only issue is, and I agree, like, mixed results, right? Okay. He just doesn't have a whole lot of tournament results as far as I know. But if he wants to prove me wrong, I am open.
Okay.
I'm open. Fair. Yeah. I'm open to see your results, Luke. Imagine not being sub, right, Rafiki? Who would do that to me, man? Who would do that? Yeah, not too many results. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, top of B. Yeah. What's up, Mayo? So,
all right, who do we got next?
Yeah, I agree. Luke is a gatekeeper. I'll stick with that. All right, we got Moshi. Yeah, I mean, honestly, solid. The only thing that I would like to call out is, like, Moshi always goes for falling nair and air dodges way too much. Like, directional air dodge away every single time. Like, there's definitely some glaring habits that I would say about Moshi. 100% local fella is the best. Like, plant. No doubt.
Yeah.
You think? Oh wow, you think Luke's better than Chips? Interesting. Bet. Maybe I've not seen Luke like play well then. Yeah.
Oh, trust me, his Falco is crazy, but I've not seen his Falco like in full capacity.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. I think maybe we haven't seen some of it. So.
Oh no, I'll flat out admit that I played against this Falco. It is crazy, but I have not played him in a tournament set.
Yeah. I honestly though, I think the best thing about Moshi though is he's really good at putting you punishing you in tech situations, like, and I feel like that kind of supports Plant in general, but he's definitely got some good stuff going for him. I'll be honest, I would probably put, based off what you're saying about Kage, I'm gonna put him probably right below Sezerac, because I think Sezerac is just a little. Yes, he is one of the best at reading your tech. But I agree, 1000%.
I don't really have to say anything to say about Mochi, really.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and say this is better than... No. This is not a character tier list. This is a community tier list with players. This is not a character tier.
You know, where would you go, Mayo? Would you go in the Mayo? You would be in the Mayo tier. Yeah. This is why we got Crown here, because Crown's insight is amazing. Yeah. What's up, Nick? How's it going, buddy? Speaking of, it's Nick's turn.
This is literally why I am the professor of...
Exactly. I'd be above Luke. Oh, let's go, Mayo.
Above Luke?
All right. So what... I'm going to let you go first on Nick before I say what I have to say. Because I played Nick an excessive amount.
Okay. Nick is finally starting to understand how he should play his character. Nick has a good sense of fundamentals. The problem was, because he was so focused on other characters, he wasn't really getting like the results he wanted, because he wasn't putting like all the he wasn't like using one dish. He was using multiple dishes for one meal, and it wasn't working out.
Yeah.
Now that he's sticking to Wii Fit, and I believe Pit, I'm not sure if it's Pit or Robin. He's getting much better because of that. Because now he's actually focusing on his character, and he's working on optimizing what Wii Fit can and fixing what she can't. And that is something that every good player, eventually, that is like an A tier, even an upper B tier, does. That is what they figure out what their character can and can't do, and they try to make it. Especially an A tier. If you want to make it an A tier, you have to understand what your character can do in complete sense and fashion and form. If you do not understand your character full, you don't have to know the character, you do not have to have the character mastered, but you have to at least get a basic understanding of what your character wants to do and how your playstyle would work. And Nick, I think most recently, has finally kind of come to understand that.
Yeah, I agree. I want to say that this month of January in particular, I've seen Nick get a lot better. Because I feel like in December, there was kind of like this lull. Like, it was kind of like, and then I really do feel like Nick improved a lot. Paying a lot more attention to the opponent, like making the adjustments, I feel is like what he lacked before, and now I'm starting to see the difference a little bit. I don't know if you agree, but that's at least my personal assessment. So
that's totally agree.
I think the only thing about Nick is like he gets caught up in the haha I'm funny troll, and it's like if you buckle down just a little bit more, you would do better. You know what I mean? Like, and I love having a player that focuses on like the haha I'm funny troll you with taunts, and like, yeah, it works to a point, but also like if you focus down sometimes, it'll help you go a lot farther.
You have not played Focus Nick. I have played Focus Nick before. Focus Nick is actually one of the scariest ledge trappers. He is probably the best player in this entire community. Better than Emo Lord, better than Hiroshi, better than Local Fella, better than Rose at ledge trapping.
Oh,
and
again, yeah. I'll agree with that. And I mean, he did take down Emo Lord. Like that's nothing to forget about.
No, that's nothing to scoff about. But like, when Nick is absolutely focused 100% and he knows what he's doing, he can make you literally just hate yourself and make
yes,
you hate
literally
playing as Wii Fit Trainer.
Yeah.
And I like how he can like hyper change between two like play styles, because he can play Wii Fit in a very aggressive way, and he can also play Wii Fit in a very like campy / defensive way. And that's what I like to see out of a player. If you can like mix up your playstyle, then it becomes really good, especially at higher levels, because what you want to do at higher levels is being able to not only mix up your timings and stuff, but you want to be able to mix up your gameplay in the midst of a set or game overall, because at a higher level, it just becomes more than just expressing like your like timings and stuff. It just becomes about how you play against the player overall. And that's something I think Nick is very much on his way to do.
You play him more than I do, and well, at least maybe not as much recently, but like, it might be matchup specific, because my only really experience with him is, like you say, he does a good job in like switching to like aggro. All I get is the camp side, and it might be because of Mac and Zelda. So I don't want to. Yeah, Mac like it might just be the matchup.
It is definitely the matchup, especially with Mac. Mac is just definitely.
Yeah.
I have no idea how the Zelda matchup goes, but I know with Mac. Yeah,
it's literally just. What's up, Sir Sneaky Beaky? Camp one side of ledge, roll or jump from ledge, go to the other side. You know, so yeah, I think so, Zen. I think so.
I will say this: he's not better than the local Wii Fit Trainer main I have here in my region.
Right.
He is far better than Dave. Like this dude that I play against a lot in his Wii Fit, he is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But
there's crazy
Nick
ones out there.
Nick is no slouch either.
Yeah, there's crazy ones out there. I'm gonna tell you this.
What's that?
Playing Nick IRL did open my eyes a lot to how his mindset works. And I think he's actually at this point in his gameplay, which is weird for me to say, but Nick is dedicated to getting better at this game. And I want to put him above Forks for sure. I don't know if this is a stretch, but I think Nick is better than Help. I think in a bracket, Nick would beat Help.
No, I agree. I think Nick is the upper echelon. It is literally the epitome of upper B tier.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
He, on a good day, he can take out anybody he wants to.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
On bad days, he kind of flops real hard.
Yeah. I agree. Like it's really important. Like to mention the word inconsistent. Yeah, like there's certain days it's just like, I mean, we all have bad days, right? But like it's either like he's just pretty decent, or he has really, really, really bad days. So yes, absolutely. Yes, exactly, Hero. I think that was it. So all right, next up, let's move on to Nick SF. Really weird that he didn't do that great in I Dare You. I was very surprised. He got knocked out pretty quickly.
Who did he get beat by? That's the question.
It wasn't really anybody. It was kind of like a no-name, if I recall correctly. I was just kind of like, yeah, it was very strange.
I'll have to look at the names real quick. You can continue talking. I'm going to look at the names.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Nick has still one of the top me sorties. I don't know if you pay attention to the Mebologist chat. He constantly posts top 8 results, easy, in most of the tournaments that he plays in. He's an amazing player. He absolutely is.
Without a doubt, if you ask Nick SF, hey, can you top 8 the server for me? He's like, that's easy.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's top 8 in most everything, easy. What's up, Lop? Yeah, C-Stick, come on, let's be real. Most everybody's beating H-Box. What's up, Wumbo, unofficial? I'm gonna put Nick in S tier. I mean, he's got the results behind it.
Let's see. So in I Dare You, Nick SF lost to J Mafia. That's
okay. Never mind.
Not a terrible
that's
loss
why.
At all.
Yeah. Never mind.
And
that's why.
In top 32, he lost to Amante. He lost to
some really good players. Yeah.
No, he lost. You know what it is? He lost to 2 of the best Wi-Fi Yoshis. He got double eliminated by Yoshi, which is really funny. But yeah, those are pretty good players. Like that, those are no slouch.
Yeah, and you know, it might have been a bad day too. So, but I'm gonna put him below Emo Lord, above Hero Shade.
Okay.
I mean, his results are dummy good.
Yeah,
Like-
I would say at the moment him and Evil Lord are pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
they can be interchangeable.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, yes, you are in C. We have kind of revamped seeing, so kind of look at the people around you as more of a reference from the past tier list lot.
Also,
Oofers. I want you to go first about Oofers before I throw it in. Yeah.
Okay, but before that, I do want to say for Nick SF, if we are going to treat his losses right, don't forget that J Mafia actually won the tournament, especially over at Epic Game. So you definitely don't want to forget about that.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
J Mafia was just having the best day of probably one of the best days of his family.
Yeah.
So and running into him was a pretty bad idea, especially for Nick.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot.
So let's start with Oofers. Oh boy, I have a lot to say.
Oh god.
Oofers.
You play Oofers more than me.
Yeah. Characters. Oofer, your character choice, solid.
Yes.
Like the Potts pick, it is
good.
One of the better players in the game. You definitely have come to accept that. Yes, he is a little worse online, but again, now that you've actually accepted the fact that he is it, you're playing a lot better.
Yeah.
I will say, your fundamentals are slowly getting there, but they are not perfect. I can definitely see a lot more of improvement there.
Yeah.
I want you. The problem is, with FOTS, you don't exactly have a juggle game, which is something that's a bit of an issue with. You want to have a combo game with FOTS, not a combo game, a juggle game, because especially with his up air and his back air or like his fake outs, a lot of FOTSes really like to shield pressure, and a lot of good FOTSes will like use air dodging and baits. Because FOTS's aerials are really, really fast and really, really strong. Like some of them may not be safe on shield, but they are so good and so
they
strong
hit
on
hard
shield that they literally just they will make you hold your shield, think you can grab bots because he back there's your shield, and like, haha, fooled you, and now you get hit with the back there and you die at 80, 90.
Yeah, the shield stun on most of his aerials too are not bad either.
Yeah, I do want to see specifically with your bot the confirms with the buffs drill into up smash works even better now. That was
that made a huge difference.
Yeah. Also, the harder one near into up smash, it's harder than down air. I don't know why you wouldn't go for down air into up smash at this point because it's just so much more reliable with the buffs. But Nair into up smash works as well. I do want to see you work on, as I was saying, I want to see you work on using the back airs and your other aerials on shield and baiting options out because FOTS in Advantage is one of the best characters in the game. If you do not get out of disadvantage versus FOTS, it is very likely you will lose a stock versus this character. Also, I do want to see you take big advantage on stage fence. Because I have played you on Battlefield Rewards to test you out of how you knew about FOTS. It's not great. Your FOTS was not great on Battlefield. And that's something you want to take a big eye on because his best stages are triplets. Because you can essentially just up air people off the entirety and cobble them off of literally. You can take them from one side of the stage to the other completely over the platform.
And 70 damage almost for free.
Yeah, completely. And then down tilt, using down tilt is actually pretty good, especially as a combo starter in a spot, and I don't see you use it ever. Down tilt is actually kind of good. Let me look. It is, I believe, it is -12 /13 on shield. So it's not exactly that great on shield, but it is a good poking tool because essentially if you space it out very well, then it is really hard to react to it unless you parry it. And with online, you're more than likely gonna get away with it.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can do down tilt into up air, down tilt into reverse air, rush back air, which for those of you who don't know, you essentially run forward, instantly turn around as you jump, and then you do an aerial the other direction, which is what reverse air rush is. Or you can also do down tilt into forward air, into rising forward air. Shine / Reflect. In this game, I know you want to use it a lot because you're playing melee a lot, but don't forget.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, you could still technically get people in this game with Shine, but I wouldn't count on it.
Shine is not anywhere near as good in this game, and sometimes I see you overutilize it, Oofers, and you have to understand its usage in this game is minimal for sure. Like, you can use it as a good momentum change, or you can use it as kind of a pressure tool off stage. Like, you can do falling Shine either to put pressure on them or to fall alongside them and cancel it into back air or nair or things like that. But otherwise, Shine does not have the same utilization.
Now, I want to say this. I have been learning to not edge guard. Are you talking about melee Oofers? Because if that's the case, then okay, that's a little different. But
yeah, that's definitely different.
In Ultimate, though, there are definitely ways you can edge guard. Like you can literally just run off nair and then hold a nair, because his nair lasts so long that you can just flip people with it.
He doesn't really have a good 2-frame besides down tilt, really, or even down smash is hard to hit. So And unlike Falco, he doesn't really have anything to get people off the ledge besides down tilt and stuff. Yeah.
And it doesn't reach below the ledge, so that's something you want to do. Ultimate
putting pressure, because Fox is so fast, he can chase you down, put that kind of fear on you, that nice pressure game, and still make it back to stage to cover options. So he's got great airspeed.
What I want you to use, Oofers, what I'm telling you, I want you to use Fox as a movement character. I don't want you to use him as a character of bait and punish. I don't want you to use him aggressively. I want you to use your movement.
That's what he's about.
Movement with Fox is key. If you can bait people,
especially in this game,
dropping shield, you can catch people from far away because you baited them into directional air dodge. Really just use those aerials and use your speed to make people with their grabs, make people with their out of shield options. Use that. You got to use Fox's speed to your advantage. You can't always be aggressive with Fox. Fox is basically hit and run in this game. You just hit someone for maybe 1 or 2 small hits and then run away. Just get away. If you don't get away, you're gonna take a lot of damage. And since Fox is actually top 5 Linus in the game, which is I'm still kind of surprised here, you definitely want to be careful about going in very aggressively.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Oofers. Below Kage. Maybe below Sazerac. I don't know what you think about that.
I think he is above Sephiroth. I think that is a perfect position. I think that he is above Sazerac, but below Kage.
Have a good one, Liz Battler. We'll see you soon, alright? Yeah, I think Oofers on a good day is better than Moshi. Yeah. I'll attest to that. I will, after having played him, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's a good spot. All right. I guess we should move on here. I agree, but on a good day. Yeah, I mean, consistency, again, that's part of being in B tier 2 is having that consistency piece behind it. So, Wumbo, Wumbo, Moshi is starting to secondary Rosa and Mario. If he wants to come play me then, Royal Mass, that'd be great. But based off the information I have and playing his plant, that is where we're going to place him. So, let's go to OVA. What do you have to say about OVA?
Well, he's definitely he's probably definitely one of the most improved players too. Maybe not in a sense of Oofers and Kage.
Right.
But he has come a pretty long way. He's essentially come the forefront runner of most of the Wombologists, because if it isn't Evil Lord in a tournament making top 32, it's usually OVA.
Yeah, he's always consistently top 32, normally top 16. You know what I mean? But he's had a lot of great matches.
And it's become consistent too. This is not he got lucky one day basis. He is legitimately getting these results back to back to back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I agree. There's almost a level sometimes of watching a player go from really good to like PR Pro, right? And I love that you talk about how OVA is one of the most improved, because in that particular aspect, not just like I learned the game and got good, right? OVA was already like a pretty decent player, right? But going from that decent player to like high level play is the hardest jump to make. And he did it in a pretty quick fashion, I have to say. So it really, that is the hardest jump to make as a player, and I feel like he immediately did that. And I'm gonna put him at top of A for that reason.
You think he's on top of A? I think he's actually above Hero Shade, below Nick SF and S tier.
You think he is below Hero Shade?
No, he is above Hero Shade and below Nick.
I agree to that. I'll agree to that for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait till you get your new remote. I'll agree with that, 1000%. First to 10, let's do it. Wait till I get married, yeah. Yes, now put me top of A.
Who says that?
Hero Shade.
Oh.
I mean, I get where Hero Shade's coming from. And like we said, I think you're either or. But again, well, we're going to give you the best benefit of the doubt.
We're going to give you the peak.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. What's the next one?
Next, you know, OVA, I have to say, because of just everything going on with Hero at the moment. So, but I know we already kind of explained it. All right, Poofy. I think Poofy plays a, like, do you remember when Poofy and Cypher teamed up for dubs?
Good lord.
That was absolutely cray-cray. I think Poofy, I don't know if people pay attention to Poofy sometimes, but Poofy be absolutely killing it. Poofy is really good, and Poofy actually has some pretty decent results as well. Not like consistent, like top 8, but top 32 easy. Like,
yeah, they're
easy.
they're not consistently like top 80, but they are doing good enough that if you put them in a small tournament atmosphere, they can probably win it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, Poofy is good.
If I'm gonna put Poofy anywhere, I think Poofy would be right below Local Fella and above Rose Lee.
Oh no, Poofy is definitely better than Local Fella, 1000%. Yeah, Hero Shade is exactly right. I think Hero Shade and Poofy, if you could stack them, I would put them there.
Maybe that is my little bit of personal bias, because I find myself doing a lot better versus Poofy than I do versus Local Fella.
Sure, and maybe it's just Plant, but I will personally vouch, having played Poofy multiple times and playing against Poofy's multiple characters. He has an understanding of this game, and also I promise he has more confirmed results than Local Fella does.
I will say this, you are right on the bias though. I really do not like fighting Plant, especially hard bot.
Right.
I really don't like fighting.
Yeah. No, I feel you. All right, next up is going to be Dio. I know Dio's actually been playing other characters recently. I think in Sin.
In Center?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I feel like, where would you put me? Baby, I haven't played you in forever.
I don't think you're on this list. Yeah, I don't see
Yeah. C-Stick, you're capping, bro. There's no way that you go even with Poofy. Like, extreme doubt. I'm gonna put Dio in D tier. He's still learning the game. You know what I mean? Like, he's not.
Yeah.
He doesn't really take it seriously. Like, he's Dio. He's there. You know. You gotta have the bad kid in the group, right?
Dio is like the kid that goes, haha. Like, everybody knows that they can beat him, but we let him have his moment. Like, oh, look at him, he's so cute.
Right. Exactly. Put you in F- tier? Nah, Rick. You're in Z tier, dude. All right.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes, Poyo. Have you played Poyo recently?
No, not at all.
I'll be honest.
It has been a little bit.
It has been a little bit. I would almost say let's skip Poyo, because I don't think I have enough information to put Poyo anywhere. It's been too long.
Yeah, me neither, really.
Okay, if we can agree to that, I'm down.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. All right, perfect. Hey, C-Stick. That's probably because Poofy is playing his multiple thousands of characters. All right, Rafiki. Dude, every time I watch Rafiki, I mean, the PT is absolutely crazy, right? Like, the PT is absolutely crazy.
His PT actually makes me rage.
Yeah, no, his PT is really, really good. The only thing is I don't. Yeah, exactly. Here's Shade's exactly right. Poofy can literally destroy all of us here consistently when he wants to. I just think half the time he chooses not to. He's just chilling. I will say for Rafiki, I don't know if he has like a... Yeah, as I say, I don't think he played a lot recently. So... but I still think you're a really, really great player. At least when I see you play, I'm very much impressed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he still makes me hate Ivysaur every
right. Here's my issue. I want to put Rafiki above C-Stick, but man, C-Stick's got some results right now. But then when Rafiki did play, he did have results, but C-Stick has very recent good results, so that is where I'm stuck.
I think I do agree with that right now Rafiki is below C-Stick.
Okay, yeah, just because of the recent results. But yeah, I would say if Rafiki entered tournaments and we saw him continue playing, he might go up above there.
Yeah, for recency.
Yeah. I could see that for sure. So, all right, here we go. The always controversial Red and Oofers placement. Yeah, always the Oofers and Red placement every time. Yeah, it's always crazy. Now, I would like to point this out. Before we continue. Red showed me something yesterday, or whenever we had the wager matches. He actually was willing to camp me out and play patiently, and I feel like that speaks miles about how he's grown as a player. Your silence is haunting, though.
My silence is very haunting.
Oh no!
Here's what I'm saying.
All right. Let's go. Hey, let's hear it.
Red, by far, has become one of the most annoying players to ever fight in the server. 100% heads down. He not only has probably one of the most annoying lineups of all time with Banjo and Min Min, but literally the one time I played him, I literally wanted to throw my hand at the wall and literally punch it as if I was punching literally Banjo in the fucking face.
I mean, honestly though, isn't that the point? Isn't that the point? Like,
it literally is. Red has come so far.
Yeah, I agree.
That Red actually has like
that's comedy.
C-Stick, you are dumb. Get out of here.
No, C-Stick, listen to me. When you play Red and he's actually focusing, he will literally make you hate playing him, and he will never let you play the game ever again. I played him. I played his lineup recently, and because he wanted me to play against him, I was so mad every time I played. I was like, what in the fuck are you doing?
I don't mind playing Red. Like, he doesn't infuriate me, but he has become extremely patient, and I feel like Banjo is like the perfect character for him. You know,
he literally has, like, the dude is literally willing to time people out now, and that is. Let's talk about this guy. Literally complained day one about me camping the people out, and he has become.
He's become what you hate the most.
He has become what he has hated the most. This man has come very far. He has become very far.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
He has single-handedly become he has improved so much just by changing his playstyle so much. If I were to put Red anywhere at the moment, he is below Helfer and above Forks.
Really? Above Forks? Yes. I was going to put him below Forks, because I think Forks has soft.
No, he is better than Forks. He is so much better than Forks. He is so much better than Forks. Like, he's not as good as Helfer.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Because I was about to point this out, and Hiroshi beat me to it. Okay, so number one, there's two things that I have to say about Red. Number one, he never pushes advantage when he needs to. So he has an extremely hard time taking stocks. Extremely hard. 11 months! Let's go, Kage. Thank you for the sub, my dude.
Year.
He has an extremely hard time taking stocks, which Banjo should be taking stocks sometimes. Like, his punish game is lacking a little bit, and his Wonder Wings are literally the most obvious thing ever in the world. I agree with you here. I agree.
Now see, here's the thing. If we're gonna talk about Red not being able to push advantage, but we're also gonna give C-Stick the same exact right,
then I don't see why the argument of him being worse than Aquatic is there. I single-handedly think he's better than Aquatic. Like,
C-Stick has results though. C-Stick has results.
He does. But
You're underrating Forks. I'm telling you. You're really underrating Forks.
Maybe I am. It has been a little bit since I played Forts, and to be fair, the Simon matchup does absolutely suck for Unity.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm playing the matchup. But I feel like Red in particular has become so much better. And now that he's kind of adapted the fact that he will literally play to win so hard.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Actually time people out. Like, he is willing, he has the willingness to go for it all. And
he's got the most try-hard attitude. And I love that.
That is something I don't see from Forts. Forts doesn't have that. Forts doesn't have that.
The drive, yeah.
To go for it all.
The strides,
Red has become that.
Yeah.
So I think Red is better than Forts because of his willingness to put it all on the line for W.
He's like the anime protagonist with a redemption arc. Like, he's willing to put it all on the line. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Red above Forks with the intention that Forks is going to prove us all wrong, because I'm pretty sure Forks will.
So pretty much we're saying this. So pretty much we're gonna put God and Forts in the same kind of tier.
Exactly. Yeah, they're going in the redemption category, but I don't know. I feel like Forks is better. Don't get me wrong, Red is good, but I think Forks is better. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
So.
This is one of those times where we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, for sure. But Red has made huge strides. Don't get me wrong. All right, next up, Royal Mask. Have you played Mask at all, or is this just a me thing?
I have not played him at all, but he has played in my tournament a couple times, and he does very well every single time. I believe every time he entered my tournament, he got top 8.
Yeah, definitely. I know that he's kind of in that group with like Luke and C-Stick and Oofers. They're all kind of together, right? I will say I played a lot of Nessas, right? I absolutely hate the Ness Zelda matchup. But honestly, he plays it the right way. And I feel like his Ness actually has... It's not like just Wi-Fi spam fair, right? Like, it actually makes sense. There's a great thought process. Reading opponents. Every time I've played him, I've either barely won or barely lost. So if I can say anything about Royal Mask, I think Royal Mask and I are probably like interchangeable wherever we would be put on the tier list. So if that helps you place him, I will put that fact out there.
All right.
But
I don't have too much to say about that, but
I think Royal Mask, honestly, is better than Luke, better than Kingslayer, and might be better than C-Stick. He's got good results as well.
I kind of feel you there. Like, I'll have to see them play out before I can say that, but I do agree that he's better than.
I agree. I would like to see Royal Mask and C-Stick play it out, because I feel like that would be a really good one. But 1000%, I can tell you that Royal Mask is better than Luke, hands down. I don't know if he's better Rafiki on Rafiki's on a good day. You know what I mean?
Right.
This would be my issue, whether I put him above Kingslayer or not.
No clues. He plays currently Banjo Instrument.
Nah, bro. Here, Shade, you're underrating this man. You're underrating him.
Now, Royal Mask, when he wants to win, he will play out of his mind.
Yeah.
I have watched this man. He will play out of his mind to win it.
Yeah. I'm cool with that placement. I want to say that Kingslayer could beat him, but I know Royal Mask has better results. All right, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Saint Pepsi. Interesting fact. If you did not know, when Nick was here, I actually had lunch with St. Pepsi. We had a little chat. St. Pepsi does not main Sheik anymore, interesting enough. He mains
Really?
Steve. Yes.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Yes, of course. Of course. So,
He was always that type of person.
oh yeah, having played St. Pepsi before, I mean, God, he's an amazing player. I mean, he's the best Sheik that I personally at least know of, right? Hey Lob, no, I think you're better in encryptions. I'm not sure where to put St. Pepsi lately because he switched to Steve, but I will say his Steve is spicy. It's got some movement to it. So I don't know where you would like to put Pepsi. I'm open to the placement of it. I definitely think that when he was playing very consistently, he was an A tier.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, I've not seen his Steve. I'm just judging this basically off his Sheik. I would probably put him above C-Stick for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I put him below Chips though.
I don't know. I don't know. But I have not seen him to play out in a long time, so I have no idea about that. But
maybe I'm capping. Maybe I'm giving Chips too much love here, but I think Chips could beat him. I really do.
You think Chips could beat him? Okay.
I think Chips could beat him with his min specifically. Yes.
Okay.
Especially as much as Chips has played recently, I think so. Okay. I think they're interchangeable.
Okay. That's
at worst. At worst.
Right. All right. Who do we got next?
Yeah. Here, Shade. I get you. I feel like that Pepsi could potentially go above him, but in my opinion, right now, I think Chips will beat him. I really believe that in my heart because Chips actually makes good adjustments. St. Pepsi's gameplay's a little static. It's always been that way. That's always been my feedback. So,
yeah.
All right, here we go. Shadow X rocking with Cloud. Shadow X, I think, is still pretty new to the game. Okay. You know, honestly, it didn't have a lot of notes just because it was very like Wi-Fi Cloud, Nair, down tilt, the usual stuff, right? I'm gonna put him above Dio for sure, but I think Shadow X is still learning some things out. But I do see him in the arena sometimes, so that is always nice. Okay. So keep it up, my friend. Oh, the boy Slurp. The boy Slurp.
Slurp, all I can say is he is definitely an S tier. He is definitely
the
best Meta Knight we have in our stream, and he is definitely one of the most. He's definitely one of the better players. I will say his results are inconsistent because I have seen his Smash data. Like sometimes he'll do like really good at one tournament, but then another tournament he won't do as well. Yeah. So it's like he's on and off.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Slurp above Hero. I think that because Slurp has the results, right? I think the thing that I notice when I look at Slurp's results specifically is the only reason that he runs into really, really like inconsistent results is if you go look at his brackets, he either plays against where, okay, Meta Knight can like kind of deal with it, right? Or he just plays god awful matchups. Like he'll have these bracket runs where it's like 3 min-mins in a row. And it's just like, oh, bro.
Well, that's not a bad matchup. Meta Knight beats min-min. That's kind of a bad example. Like, I mean, like, if you're running to like Mega Man though, Mega Man is a bad matchup.
Sure. The poor man just gets the worst brackets, I swear. The poor kid.
That's just.
And Meta Knight beats Min-Min.
Yeah,
Slurp be losing. So are you sure?
Yeah, I do believe that Meta Knight beats Min-Min. I do believe.
Dimensional Cape. Does that help? Yeah.
Dimensional Cape. Yeah, it does help.
Sure.
I got you. That and plus his Meta Knight doesn't have to go on the ground. He doesn't really have to deal with him. It's like crucial.
Yeah. Kirby can beat Min-Min.
Anyway, this isn't about Meta Knight. We're moving on. Next one.
Yes. So, all right, here we go with Snom. I played Snom the other day, and
I have not played Snom.
Snom reminds me of Gold, kind of like it's a constant like zoning, never much pushing advantage. He has a lot of the same Gordo habits, but I always say this about Snom. He gets extra points from me because he always goes for the glory, and I love that about Snom. That is my defining quality for Snom. I will say that Snom is above Oofers, but not as good as Kage. But he's got a couple things going for him. He's playing a very typical DDD. But again, like the fact that he always goes for like these big plays and gets away with them sometimes, for me, I love that in a player. Like a player that actually is willing to go for it, I think is great. I just wish he'd just stop playing so like spammy Gordo, sit back and then wait for the big opportunity and then go for the play. Like, no, sometimes like push advantage. But other than that, I think Snom's just, he's middle ground. He's just all right. I think him and Oofers, I think Snom would win.
Okay.
All of my confirms get thrown out the window against Puff. Oh, really, Nick? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. Spider-Man. You play Spider-Man a little bit more than me. I played Spider-Man once the other day, but maybe you can give us a little bit more on Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man also falls. I think I'm just gonna rank him right now. I think he is below God, but above Gold. I think it is because Spider-Man is like, he's playing Jigglypuff, but he's still essentially like learning how to play Jigglypuff. Sure. The problem I see with him the most is that, I mean, the same thing with Bevan. He doesn't mix up his timings at all, but the worst part is that because Jigglypuff requires you to mix up your neutral a lot, it's really bad that he just kind of just uses the same timing over and over again with the same options.
Right.
He also really struggles at getting out of disadvantage. And yes, it doesn't help that it is Jigglypuff, and Jigglypuff being floaty, it's just gonna keep you in disadvantage for a while. But again, if we're gonna give Encryptions total crap because he can't recover with Cloud, and we kind of have to say that's how you gotta learn it, we're gonna give you the same thing. That's just something you gotta learn with your character. You gotta learn to accept your character's flaws and make it work.
Yeah, I agree, and say I agree with that 100%. Even just that little snapshot that played you, just kind of the same approach over and over. You're getting better at your confirms though, which is really nice to see, and I think that you're starting to understand the tech a little bit more. I'd say definitely below God, but I think better than Gold, in my opinion.
That's exactly where I think.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I just want to make sure. So, I'm gonna say for Tech and Texie, I have not seen either one of them in a bit, so that's probably, probably need to take them off. But yeah, I think that they were both new to the game anyway, so that might be why we haven't seen them in a bit.
Probably.
So, yeah. All right, Tyler. Tyler has been taking a bit of a break. If you don't know, I talked to Tyler the other day. Yeah, but Tyler's been taking a little bit of a break, but I always felt like Tyler's Isabelle was just like super snasty.
Yeah, Tyler has always been one of the better players. As a matter of fact, my second to last Dark Side Arena I held, he made an absolute crazy losers run all the way from losers round 1 to grand finals. He lost the tournament, but he did reset the bracket for a very good Wii Fit trainer named Zane. And Zane is apparently really, really good on Wi-Fi because I looked up his results, and Zane is actually...
Yeah, I mean, great spacing, awesome fundies. His choices are great. He's probably one of the best Bellas that I know. Yeah, he has taken a mental break. Yes, he has taken a break.
He actually makes Isabelle annoying to fight.
Yeah, I would say that he's better than C-Stick. What do you think?
Better than C-Stick?
Or do you think C-Stick has a little bit more results to kind of support his placement as opposed to Tyler?
I think he's better than Rose. I think he's above Rose.
When's the next? Dark Side Arena's done as far as I understand, right?
Yeah, DSA is actually done at this point. Yeah, I just don't have time to run the tournament anymore. Yeah. Especially with my new job. My new job has me going Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. So not only am I going to miss the Wumbo streams, but I won't be able to really run my own streams until the weekend. Anyway.
The man is insane. Yeah, he is insane. Yeah, I will trust you on that, especially since I did not get to see him in that tournament. So, but what that sounds pretty insane. Him making that run, so I believe it. The boy White Tiger. I've not seen him in a bit. I'm not gonna rate him today. And it's been a little bit too long. We probably need to see him play a little bit more. So, yeah. Weifu though. Weifu's scary. Weifu's mega scary. He came in and played in a crew battle for Wumbologist. He did amazing. He's definitely the best Wii Fit in our server, hands down. Oh yeah. A tier, like easy.
Yeah. See, I do believe that. I think here's the thing.
Yeah, results, right?
No.
Okay.
The result, it is the mindset. His
Really?
mindset is bad.
Okay.
I have seen enough of his mentality to where if you play certain playstyles or certain characters, he will
Break
literally crack under the pressure. Yeah. Like, if you remember in your server, actually, a couple weeks ago, like during the doubles tournament, I've seen the dude complain about certain characters. I've seen him complain about certain play styles.
Right.
Like, if you play certain ways or certain characters versus him, he's going to break down, and he's not really going to be able to get out of that. So I think that's the biggest flaw he has. The biggest flaw he has is his mentality is keeping him back really hard. But once he gets out of that, he'll be able to
help him. Yeah. I'm definitely putting him in a below C stick. I want to say just because Rafiki hasn't played as much, I think Weifu is above him. But I could see Rafiki beating him if Rafiki played more.
I think he's only above Kingslayer. I think Royal Mask and Rafiki are better than him.
Really?
Yes.
Nah, I think Weifu's right below C stick. He's pretty good. But I understand what you mean about the mindset for sure. But if that's the case, that's kind of why I want to put him below C-Stick, because they have equal mindset, but C-Stick I would say they're about the same level of play. The only reason I'm putting C-Stick right above him is because of results.
Okay.
And I don't think that Kingslayer or Luke have the results, nor does Rafiki.
Gotcha.
But I don't think Royal Mask can beat him.
Okay.
I would be down to see myself proved wrong, though. I would like to see that. I'd be open to that one. So
yeah.
And then there was Wolfie, but we haven't seen Wolfie in a bit either. So
Wolfie hasn't been here in a long time.
Yeah. It's been a while. So all right. Crown.
Now it's our turn.
It's our turn. Crown, I always feel like the Simon and Richter is a good choice, but I know you're currently in a slight character crisis.
Yeah, because my Smash Academy has kind of told me that, hey, you should try out Inkling because you played Inkling before, and I'm like, because so the Smash Academy I'm at, for those of you who don't know, is called ES Dojo. It is a local Smash Academy here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's ran by Smash legend Cephalon, who is considered the greatest Roy in Smash history.
Yeah.
But alongside Lunchables.
Yeah, I'll be right back while you explain your thing here real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's basically teaching all sorts of people how to play the game, how to learn neutral, how to control your mindset. It is just basically a crash course on how to become a good player. And recently, Cephalon has told me that I should go with Inkling because it has been discovered that my basic playstyle is 100% hit and run. I didn't think my playstyle was hit and run, but Cephalon has kind of discovered out of me that I like to basically hit someone from a distance and then get away. I don't like to get up close to people, and that is 100% true. I don't like to get up close to people because in this game, especially, like if you make mistakes up close to people, especially some couple characters, you will absolutely die. So that's why I like the choice of using Inkling because Inkling's a very good hit and run character. I mean, the issue is that they can't. Inkling says they can't kill a lot of the time, but I played Brawl Peach and Brawl Peach could not kill. So not being able to kill with Inkling is not an issue with me.
Also, I want you to know if I should stick with Sheik or should I finally swap into Inkling. That's up to you, Lop. Whichever character you enjoy more, and whichever. I have not played your Inkling really, so it'd be kind of hard for me to say. Yeah, it'd be kind of hard for me to say. Yeah. So, if you had to put yourself in a placement, Crown, where would you put you?
If I had to put myself in a lower place,
I would honestly put myself right below Rafiki and above Royal Mask.
I'll definitely say that you're better than Luke. There's no doubt. Yeah.
Kingslayer, I think overall I'm better than Kingslayer. It's just that Kingslayer is just my kryptonite. Like, that is literally the only reason why.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I literally just lose to Kingslayer. Like, if there's a bracket or if there's an event, if it's me versus Kingslayer, then yeah, I just outright get like smothered.
I would like to see you play Royal Mask, but I agree with you. I just think Rafiki beat it. God, Rafiki's good, dude. I wish he played more. I really do. So,
yeah, I cannot. I can't beat Rafiki worth the life of me either.
yeah, I agree. All right. Yeah, I think that's good for sure. I'd be down to watch you and Royal Mask play, but yeah, I definitely agree. I think that you have a better understanding, especially of the matchups, than Kingslayer does. It's just, yeah, Kingslayer in particular beats you, and it just this is how he be, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that that's fair, 1000%. So, as far as myself, like I said, I really do feel like me and Royal Mask are pretty interchangeable. We're almost like the exact same. All of our, and it might be just because all of our matches are like extremely close that I say that. But I mean, again, I'm gonna let you put in your input first before I, you know.
Where you put yourself in?
Right.
Honestly, I think you're very good at zoning. And, I mean, you do play Zelda, so obviously that's going to be a very, like, big thing there, that your zoning is obviously intensified because you play a better character that is suited for your playstyle. Your Little Mac is getting up there too, though your Little Mac is more of a player skill checker than it really is an actual character.
Yes.
So whenever I see your Little Mac, it's like skill check, and then boom. It's like either you win or you lose, and it's kind of like what it is. Like, and I'm not wrong either, because like you literally have judged people of how they play against you.
Yeah, no, literally. That is why I play him. He's such a good skill check character. You know what I mean?
It's like I can yell skill check, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it really does. Like that's honestly why I like him, because he truly is like that. That's why I really liked. That's one of the main reasons for why Mac picked him up. It's for the tier list. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. But also, like, I used to play Ganon kind of for that reason, but Mac is much better for that. Much better.
Mac is definitely much better because Little Mac is definitely the beginner killer. Like, if you don't play against Little Mac in a certain way, you definitely lose. And but specifically speaking of your Zelda, you definitely know how to play back a lot more. I think where you struggle is on shield. I think you and there was someone else here. Help. You and Help have the same struggle.
Yes.
As soon as someone gets up to your shield and they start playing around your shield and trying to bait you to do things, you're just like, ooh, piece of candy, and just fall for the bait every time. Like, it's so easy to make you guys press a button or jump out of shield or roll away, and it's like, okay, now I see what you're doing.
I was mentioning this to Hiroshi too, because like so in this is the best way I can explain it. So in Melee, when something happens, right, like you get a read or something like that, it's very 50-50. It either you do this or you do that, and that's it. In this game, it's you make a play to cover an option, so the next move is where you get the punish, if that makes sense. Like, and here Shade said it perfectly. It's like a game of chess. Like, you make one move to set them up so you can punish for the next move. And I'm still, in my mind and how I play this game, I am still not out of Melee. Like, because I'm always like, oh yeah, bro, they did this, pff, punish, free, and it's like, no, it's not confirmed. It's not. Yeah, and that's my biggest problem.
Yeah, you forget how safe some stuff on shield actually is in this game.
Yeah. Chess is fun, bro.
Chess is very fun.
Nick can tell you I'm awful at it. So, yeah.
But Really, I think so. I think we've had a good tier list. I think really the only disagreements we've had pretty much was I believe it was God. I think it's also Kage, or was it Red that we also had that disagreement with? I also think we had a disagreement with Royal Mask. I definitely think Royal Mask is better than where you have him.
Nah, I think Royal Mask is perfect there. I'm gonna put myself below Royal Mask just because Royal Mask grinds a lot harder than me. So, yeah, I'm gonna put him there. I think that's probably the most fair thing.
If I had to put Royal Mask somewhere, I'd say he's a little bit. I'd say he's at least above. We grew him below C-Stick. I still think
he's definitely below C-Stick. He's definitely below C-Stick.
Yeah, I think C-Stick can beat him comfortably. I don't know, but I think he could beat Weaver pretty soundly, though. He could definitely beat B2.
Here's what I want to do. Let's go from the top, and let's just make sure that we feel good about it before we sign off. So Error at the top, followed by Emo Lord, Nick, OVA, Slurp, and Hero Shade. I feel like that's really good.
Yeah, there's no disagreements there.
Yeah. What's up, Captains Carson? What is this template composed of? It's a regular template, and we actually have made the graphics. All right, let's see. Poofy atop of A tier. I think that's fine. I think Poofy and Hero Shade are interchangeable. That's something to consider. Local fella.
Now, in that consideration for them being interchangeable, does that mean are we putting Hero Shade in S tier and Poofy as well, or are we moving Hero Shade down to A tier and keeping Poofy there? Because I feel like if they're interchangeable, then they have to be the same, really.
Yeah. At the behest of Hero Shade, I'm going to put him in A tier because he keeps saying it. So I feel like I'm going to honor his request.
All right.
I feel like
I can kind of see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Like,
I would like to, looking back on this, I would like to put Tyler above Local Fella.
You think you're exactly below me? I don't know about that one. That is definitely a hot
That's
take.
a little bit of a take, yeah. But I would like to put Tyler above Local Fella.
Tyler above Local Fella? Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's fair, right? That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So Local Fella, Chips, Pepsi, and this is a very low placement for Pepsi. I'm gonna be honest, but I still think Chips personally, is better. I'm right below Royal Mask. Yeah, I'm afraid the people on the tier list are gonna post up people like playing Discord. Oh, these are the people that are in our community. What's up, Tyler?
What we do is we basically how you get on the tier list. You DM Wumbo, you request a day to play him, and you basically play it out, and then how y'all play a couple of games, whether it be against his Mac or Zelda or whatever characters he has, and then you're kind of judged based on that. Pretty much where I am coming from mostly is how I've played against y'all.
Yeah.
Or how I've been like spectating.
Yes. So between us both, we have a pretty good idea of where you stand. Weefu right below C-Stick. Yeah, I think Weefu's better than Rafiki.
Okay.
You, Royal Mask. Yeah, honestly, I think that the A tier is pretty locked. I think A tier is pretty locked.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I think A tier is pretty locked, and I think Royal Mask might be a little bit better. I might be underplacing him slightly, but just based off of our matches from what I know and have played, I think that that's the right placement. Okay. Can I be real with you? Can I be real with you?
What?
I think Nick and Luke are interchangeable.
I think Nick is better than Luke.
Yeah, kind of, actually.
If we're talking about the Roy, Nick is better. The Falco, though, absolutely not.
Yeah, we're going by Falco, I assume. Yeah.
Okay, if we're going by Falco, then Luke should be higher. Luke should be higher. Luke, if we're going with this, Falco should probably be about, probably above Chips.
Nah, no way. No way. If I can beat Luke, there's no way. No way.
I don't know, dude. Luke's Falco is crazy. Honestly,
I think you overrate it. It's it's very like double hop baiting, regular old. Honestly, and it might be just me because Falco in this game is literally the exact same in Melee. He plays the exact same way. He just interchanges fair. That is literally the same. So maybe it's because I played against 5 bajillion Falcos and beat Dr. PP. That might be why. But I'm just gonna say that literally Falco in this game is the same, but it's just fair. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. It literally is. You see, Oofers knows. You just interchange fair and instead of dare. And that's Falco.
Okay, so
he is Oofers.
What are we saying about Nick? Are we moving him into A tier, or are we moving Luke down into B tier?
Here's what I want to say. I want to move Luke above Kingslayer. And I want to put Nick at the bottom of A below Kingslayer. So it'd be Luke, Kingslayer, Nick. Because thinking tier-wise, I think that Nick is in the same realm of play as me. Not as good, but in the same realm of play.
Okay.
I think that's a fair statement, right?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right, I think that's better. Help as a gatekeeper for B, 1,000%. Makes way more sense than Nick.
Sense.
Yeah, much more sense than Nick. Red after that, good. Orcs, I still think should go higher, but like I said, we're gonna.
I mean, if you want to put Forts above Red, you can. Overall,
I truly believe that Forts is better than Red.
This is your channels, and this is your basic tiers. I know we're both debating about this, but overall, this is your tier list, and you're posting it on your site. So feel free to how you want to do it. If we have another agree to disagree situation, then I am fine by that.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because I respect your opinion, and I'm gonna put it there. I play Zelda. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm just gonna leave it. Yes, I want to play. I've played your Yoshi a lot. I like your Yoshi more than any of your other characters. Kage right below, fine. Snom, Oofers, Sazerac, Moshi. Bub's at bottom of B. Perfect. Yep. Yeah. Jinro top of C, I think that's pretty good. It's just the lack of like fundies. If he plays another character round out fundies, easy moves to B tier. Like immediately next month.
Easily if Jinro picks up another character that's pretty basic and can teach a fundamental, easily will go to B tier. But for right now, those fundamentals have to improve. They have to.
For sure. Okay, so LQV Cat, better than Lop, but Lop is better than Encryptions. Again, Lop, I think that you have a really great understanding of the game. You just need to focus and take one character and play them. Encryptions, I think, is good. I think Encryptions is just like, he's like middle ground, just like, he's working on his gameplay. Still kind of recently picked up Cloud, but I feel like that is a good placement for him. Green Magician, right below it. I'm gonna move Bev above Green Magician. I'm gonna be real. I think Bev is better.
I'm not playing Green Magician at all, so you would definitely know better than I would.
God, I'd be willing to move God up if I could see.
I want to say this real quick. The Nick is B tier meme is dead.
Let's go.
It is dead.
There is no more B tier Nick.
There is no more B tier Nick.
Encryptions Cloud has a lot more that he can do than just that. I think God could move up. I would like for you to see his Ganon. Spider-Man, I kind of feel like Spider-Man should be above Green Magician. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you underrate him.
I don't know. I've never played Green Magician, so if you think,
I think he's better. I think he's better than God. Yeah, I think he's better than God. Okay. But God's Ganon could probably take him further.
I think if we're talking about God's Ganon, I think it's better than Spider-Man. But yeah, Spider-Man is starting to get a good picture of what he's trying to do.
Yeah. All right, I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty good snapshot.
Yep, I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I think it's super good. I'm not gonna lie. Let me save this bad boy here real quick. It's pretty dang good. It's pretty dang good. There's a lot of ones I've done, but this one is good.
I just want to say, make sure you actually crop the tape so we're not looking at all the ads.
Oh yes,
because I know you did it on the last one.
Oh yeah, I would not do that to you. That would be most evil. That'd be most evil. So.
It would be truly.
Well, guys, we're not gonna do any grudge matches tonight. We're sticking with the tier list. We're leaving it where it is, and that's final, man. That's it. There's nothing left to say about the tier list. It's locked in. Bada bing. Bye bye. There it be. So
Bada boom.
Bada boom. Bada boom. Crown, I appreciate you helping me with everything. Thank you so much for your insight. I feel like this probably gave people a much better information that they need. Sometimes I can give information, but having someone else like you is very helpful. So everybody, make sure that you tell Crown thank you. Give Crown some claps. Definitely deserves it.
And again, for those of you who did join the tier list, if you guys do want your graphic in a full HD PNG, you can DM me and I can provide you that.
Shade.
I love you too, Kage.
And guys, if you want to get in the next tier list, I'm gonna post it in the Discord.
I just saw Hero Shade. Okay, love you too, Hero Shade.
Yeah.
I was saying love you too to Kage, but wow, love you more, Hero Shade.
But if you want to get in the next tier list, if you are not featured on this one, make sure that you DM me on Discord so I can set up a time with you to fight. All right, and that way we can get you in on the next one. Okay, because I want all of you to get there. But if you don't play for like a month or so, we're just gonna remove you. So make sure you're at least around. We know who you are, things like that. So because there was probably 6 names I don't think that were even on here. So but guys, we are gonna go see our friend True Titan. So do me a favor, make sure when you go see True Titan, you put that get Wumbo emote. And again, guys, thank you for an amazing stream. I will see you all on Friday. I have some announcements coming up for Friday, but I think we're gonna be doing Smash Ultimate Extreme that day, so it's gonna be a good one. All right, have a great night, guys. Thank you, Crown, and I will see you all tomorrow if you're a sub for sub movie night. And yeah, that'll be going down. So have a good one, guys. Good night.